take flight. Marc D with the C's got the key to life. Retro toys and comics we adore. TV and movies, let's explore. Sunday Night Geekery, it's the place to be. With Marc D with the C, let your nerd run free. Old school vibes and stories untold. Tune in, tune out, let the magic unfold.
Hey everyone, welcome to Sunday Night Geekery, issue 185, and Tom's here too. Awesome, and we're early tonight too, Tom. I apologize. Anyone's going to come here.
We're on white people time.
Yeah, we're on early time. Yeah, Switzerland time.
That's a rarity for me. I'm rarely on white people time. So
yeah, so great to have you tonight,
don't let my pale Irishness confuse you. But
yeah. So let's see who's in the house right now. So we got Tim, as always, with the great It's Clobbering Time. So let us remember our buddy Mike.
I just love clobbering time.
And who else is here? Oh, Gap After Dark, JT Kirk, and we've also got Claude Salin and Maddie's daddy. So if Steve is here, we always play this.
He's Thor?
Steve. He's Thor, yep.
Oh, well, it must hurt.
And I don't know if Dad Man's here yet,
Thank
but here.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Nice. Ah! Over that way.
God damn it, Mark. Jeez.
I know Dad Man.
Anything I could do.
Yeah, there we got lightning and hammer there. Not Brian Hepburn is here. Great. So it's good to have everyone hanging out with us on Sunday night. And yeah, we are going to talk some Superman tonight a little bit. A couple of things. I did find an article from James Gunn. I'm sure you've talked about this, Tom, where James Gunn basically confirmed that Superman parents are evil.
I actually watched the whole interview. But yeah.
Yeah, so what is that your take? I mean, I watched like the 4-minute version of it, but
I mean, I guess evil, I don't know if I'd word it that way necessarily, because like, look, I mean, I'm not happy about it. I'll say that up front. I think it's a bad move. It's almost in line with what they did to the Waynes in the Batman.
Yeah.
And in turn Alfred in a way. But put all that aside, having to deal with it, I'm willing to see how he works with it going forward with Supergirl, because you know she's gonna have. I mean, maybe that's part of the reason she's the way she is, because she knows she came to Earth with this mission, and like Clark, she knows she can't fulfill it. But on the other hand, she actually knows what life was like before, and coming to Earth was a culture shock for her, I'm sure. So I mean, that might play into that film, and we'll have to see how it works out. It has been done in the comics before. It's been done in Smallville and other places like that kind of played with it. And I don't mean recent comics either. I mean, I think the first time they've done this is back in like 86. Was it John Byrne's run or something like that? Somebody's run.
Yeah, and they did it with Earth 2, I believe. Earth 2.
So, again, and I'm not saying that's a good excuse. And I am coping with it a bit. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and deny that. It is one of those things. But I'm willing to see where it goes. Like, I was coming out of Man of Steel with a hell of a lot more problems. In fact, other people are overlooking that a lot of what they say in Man of Steel, depending on how you interpret it, he's basically saying the same thing. I mean, he doesn't say inspire them, Clark. He said, or Kal-El, he says go and lead them. Right? Yeah. Like, and he inserts the codex in him, and people forget that on Krypton, like all the kids except for Kal-El are basically clones of clones of clones of clones of clones. Like to me, that's even more complicated and weird than the idea that maybe they thought that Earth was barbaric. And again, we have no idea how many years back it was that Clark was sent to Earth, right? Like, because taken into consideration, I mean, in the original stories and the original 78 Donner film, he's traveling at the speed of light. So it takes him like, what is it? 3,000 years, I think it is. Cause he travels for 3 years. So that would be right? Am I doing it? My math correct?
Well, so even if say even if it took 50 years to get there, who was in charge 50 years ago? The Yahtzee.
Well, let's just even say, okay, he was 3 years old when he showed up. Let's let's say he's going beyond the speed of light, but even if it's like 300 years, right?
Yeah.
Go back 300 years. We were still pretty barbaric 300 years ago. Granted, we were a lot farther along than we were 3,000 years ago.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
again, I'm not trying to make excuses for it. It is a shitty thing to do to his parents. But when the whole point of the film is him rejecting that idea once he does learn it, because that's the whole thing, like minor spoiler. Well, you got spoilers up.
Yeah, I got
the whole thing is like, I mean, when he learns the nature of the message, he already had an interpretation in his mind, and he tells Lois, like, I always thought I knew how it ended, right? So in a way, he's still fulfilling the message that's in his head, right? The one that we all know are familiar with, and in a way, it also the way the movie ends and how he kind of comes to terms with it all is like, look, I'm an Earthling just as much or more than I am an alien, right? So he has no real frame of reference for Krypton except for that message and the robots and a few things that are in the Fortress of Solitude. And again, not coming up with excuses, but I'm watching the Kirk Allen serials right now, and I was reminded, oh yeah, they weren't even named Martha and Jonathan until like years later. And in the initial version, he didn't even have the Kents. He went from being picked up by an orphanage, right? In an orphanage, to growing up into just becoming Superman. So, like, again, I'm not saying it's a good excuse, but there's worse things they could have done to the character. And at the end of the day, to me, it's more about how he handles it. And then let's see what happens with Supergirl. I don't know how you feel about it, but that's just my kind of take on the whole thing.
Well, the one thing that let me first say hi to Lemon Pie and Donnie's out there, and JT Kirk, Man of Stool, thing, and I guess did Connie Francis passed away? Donnie is saying passing to Connie Francis, so that's very sad. And CBS ending the Late Show. Well, I'll mention that. I don't. Well, that's on Colbert, but we'll talk.
People will miss Connie, but they won't miss Colbert. Yeah,
Colbert. Yeah. And the Late Show is it's sad that there's no Late Show, but and Disney's new Power Rangers show to begin next year in the heart of the United Kingdom. Oh, Donnie's gonna be happy about that, I'm sure. Yep. So great to see you all here. Oh, and Joe Dog is here. Let me catch up on the chat real quick. And Anthem 21X. Look, it would hurt a lot more if it was Brando, but his parents being Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga, I didn't mind so much.
Right. And again, like a lot of what we consider, like, because that was what I was kind of getting at. And I know, I get it. It sounds like it's just making excuses, but up until like those versions, Kal-El had very little connection in knowing what his planet was like. He didn't even know where he came from in the comics or like the radio version, I think, until Kryptonite was discovered. And then they just deduced that's where he came from because it made him sick. Right, like that's what's in the serial
all that I'm watching later.
Exactly, like and a lot of that stuff came with the serial, the radio serials, the animated, and the the George Reeves series,
the cartoons,
and the Fleischer cartoons.
He couldn't fly originally in the comics. Yeah.
No, he just leaped. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure in the Kirk Allen version he doesn't fly either. He just mostly leaps, from what I can tell, and that's where they actually animated it. But yeah.
Well, those are fun to go back to watch. But now this is the article.
They're pretty good actually.
There's an interview with James Gunn about Jor-El's message. I'll just go down to the here. I'll put this in the chat just so.
The other thing, I guess, really that bothered me, because once you get to it here, because it's the way he's like, I don't understand how anybody could believe it's real. It's in the movie, It's like, yeah, it is, but the fact that there's that much chatter on the internet about it goes to tell you that it wasn't clear enough, or that people don't trust Lex Luthor enough, and we live in the world of AI.
Yep.
Right. And that's the thing. And he does kind of cover that a little bit in his answer. But like, again, I don't like how he answers the question, because it's like, dude, either you're trolling or you're being obtuse, or I don't know what other word to put there, because you can't pretend that you're unaware of the the Twitter and
the controversy, or people not being happy. The main thing is people aren't happy about it, right? That's maybe what sometimes you don't want to believe it. Like, say it ain't so, Joe. Shoeless Joe Jackson. Like, you don't want your heroes, and of course he's been vindicated, I know. But Shoeless Joe, you just don't want to believe that your heroes could let you down, or that this could be true, because you've built up in your mind, Superman's parents, they can't be evil or have bad intentions, I guess. So. Here's the money quote here when he says, Gunn added that the test screening audience did question the twist legitimacy as well, suggesting it could have been doctored with AI. He explained that the film puts a lot of effort into confirming the footage is real. And I did get that from the movie, but I still don't want to believe it. But in the movie, Mr. Terrific says, I know these computer forensics guys. There's no way. That's Mr. Terrific. Smart as Lex Luthor. Then I have my Secretary of Defense say, I think whatever you think about Luthor, but it's real. And then the clincher is that Gurkos and Lex are walking together. Yeah, that's the dictator. And he says, oh, you doctored the message. This is great. And Lex says, it's not a message, you know. It's not doctored. It's real. And who thought his own parents would be the ones to bring him down? Unless that's just Lex being, you know, coy, but that's pretty much
exactly. And that's the problem is there's enough doubt with Lex, unfortunately, and the fact that it's an alien message and you have no real way of confirming it. Who actually, you know, really had the chain of command? And we don't know, you know, again, I don't think it was clear enough. We had enough people, because even I thought by the end of the film, like, oh, well, because the way that the news report comes off, it's like, well, Superman is the man we always thought he was. So it's like, okay, so is that assuming that everything else was fake because the way they treat Lex Luthor, you know, I mean, again, it will obviously probably come back and he's going to have to address it now.
Yeah. So. Yeah. No, that's, you just don't want your, you know, your characters to be, you know, even though it's not Superman himself, you just don't like it, right? It just makes you not, you know, although you know, the sins of the father, you know, should never be visited upon the children. But it's just something I don't like that, you know. And Maddie's daddy is saying, yeah, he does find the Kirk Allen serials.
It's kind of weird, though.
It's a weird flying. It's copied from Captain Marvel because the Fleischer animators thought the leaping looked silly. So the Captain Marvel,
even in the first couple Fleischer cartoons, he still leapt. He didn't start flying until that was a thing. In the Kirk Allen, I guess you would call it flying, but it's really weird because it looks more like he's trying to swim than he is flying.
Okay.
He does like this weird wavy it's all animated anyway, and that part is like whatever, but like yeah. I mean, look, I'm not happy about it, but hopefully they do something with it that makes it worthwhile because
Now this is
I have that too. I have that,
and I bought the Blu-ray of this. So this is actually a phenomenal series. But that's him flying. That's Captain Marvel flying, and that's actually a dummy on a string. But damn, it looks pretty darn good. So these special effects were really great for back in the day. If you haven't seen this serial, was it 10 parts, 8 parts? I'm trying to see if this is the first scene where Captain Marvel.
Yeah, usually they're like 10 apiece. Yeah.
So what they'll do, they'll have him jump, you know, like jump up in the air and then turn into that flying dummy. But the effects were pretty darn, you know, for back in the day. Well, I don't know remember what year this was. And of course, for a while, Captain Marvel was becoming more popular than Superman. So there was a lot of competition there. Yeah, here's a flight. I think, does he fly here? Let's see. Let's watch this. Yep. But it's really well done. And the story's actually pretty damn good, too. I mean, they're going to say, yes, it's not for modern audiences. There's a couple of things in it that would.
I find the Kirk Allen Superman pretty entertaining, actually. I thought it's more well done than the Batman one was. The Batman one's okay, but.
Yeah, there's 2 Batman ones, right? There's and then the Batman serial, the second one, that was helped bring Batman and Robin to TV. It was so popular.
It did,
campuses. Yeah.
And I think, is it the same actor that plays Batman in both parts? I can't remember, but I have both of them on DVD. It's just been years since I watched them, but yeah, I know it's the same cast for Superman ones, though, as far as I remember. And they even introduced Luthor in that second serial for Superman, from my memory. He's not Lex yet, but he's just called Luthor, and he's bald, and he's a mad scientist.
So here's some of the. See, that effect's pretty damn good. Like, look, he jumps off the cliff.
They were usually pretty imaginative for how little they spent on this, these kind of things.
That's pretty good, yeah. I
mean, these things were put together for next to nothing.
And then he grabs the machine gun. Look, and he machines him down. Let me get Steve in there.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Greetings, gentlemen. Since you're jumping into some of the stuff that's kind of near and dear to my heart, Tom, you don't know this, but I'm an animator by profession. So,
oh, cool.
When you start talking about animation, it's like you said Beetlejuice the third time, and here I am. So.
I thought you just had a very animated personality. And hail to Captain Finity. And who else am I missing in the chat that joined us? And Lemon Pie, I think I mentioned. Yep. I just want to make sure I say hi to everyone. And Finity says, yeah, Superman's been rebooted 37 times. There's no such thing as one canonical Superman. Yep. So, Steve, I'm assuming you still haven't seen the movie yet, right?
I have not. I'm reconsidering maybe seeing it. I don't know.
Yep.
You know, I've heard various conflicting stuff about the political aspects of it. I don't like to give my money to people who want to talk down to me and think they're smarter than I am. But if that has been exaggerated or misinterpreted, I may go see it. Excuse me.
I can pretty much guarantee that most of it has, like, because we've done a couple reports on it, and a lot of the quotes that Gunn said have been taken completely out of context and editorialized. Like the one quote that a lot of people took was like, the interview was obviously baiting him into a conversation about Superman being an immigrant.
Right.
And his response was like, well, Superman's always been an immigrant story. And that was the quote that everybody took and they ran with it.
Yeah.
But the rest of that quote is, he goes, but there's also a flying dog in this movie, so don't take it so seriously.
Yeah.
See, they left that part off. Right. So like,
Yeah.
that was a lot of what was going on, to the point.
Right?
Yeah. To where when that Mark Melkin guy from Variety had him on the red carpet and he's like, Mega's losing their minds over this movie. What do you have to say to that? And James Gunn's just like, this movie's for everybody. He's just like, whatever, man. I'm not getting into this shit. Because he already knew the bait was there, right? Like he smelled it and he's like, nope, I'm just going to say it's for everybody and move on. And that's basically what he did. Because at this point, if you see the film, and I think Mark can back me up on this, you could apply certain things to it if you really wanted to, but at the end of the day, there's nothing directly in here where you could say this is an allegory for this is an allegory for a current situation, this movie's preaching at you and telling it. Because if anything, if you really want to get deep and apply a bunch of stuff, especially like the immigration part of it, a big part of the plot is basically Superman assimilating to Earth, or America in this case. So it's a pro-assimilation story at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And yeah, the war itself is so like generic that you could literally apply
in the desert with oil.
Yeah. Yeah, you could apply so many different things to it. I've heard people say it's Ukraine, Russia. I've heard people say it's, Palestine, Israel. It's like, really, which one, which is it? Because like at this point you could also compare it to like 10 other skirmishes in the Middle East in the last 30 years. So like at this point, it's like, yeah, I think some people are trying to put more onto this than it really is. Because the movie, at the end of the day, and I think Mark, again, I disagree with me if you want to. I think it's pretty much like a big cartoon, right? Like what we've seen from, and I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean, it's aimed more towards families. It's not trying to preach at you or anything like that. It's just trying to tell you a simple, straightforward Superman story. I mean, you got a flying dog, you got monkeys, you got a kaiju, like if you love Silver Age Superman, it's right up your alley. Or Bronze Age a little bit there too, but yeah.
I love all the Superman from the leap an eighth of a mile and nothing less than a bursting shell could pierce the skin, all the way up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I even like Clobby would, he was disappointed in me this, but I even like the Byrne Superman, where he could still lift an ocean liner. Mike called him Super Wimp, but I'm like, I can fly with an ocean liner.
Yeah, I'm curious how Mike would really react to this film. I think he'd like and appreciate certain elements, but I think he'd really nitpick at others, and especially if he was more into overpowered Superman, because this really kind of takes him back to his 1930s roots as far as his powers go. Like he has to recharge in the sun and stuff like that, and
yeah,
it does add some stakes to it in that respect.
Yeah, I think Clobby would have liked the inclusion of the red shorts again and the brighter colors, but not the padding. He always said
I hated that.
Superman doesn't need armor, Batman doesn't need armor. He hated that stuff. I think he would have liked Crypto. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure he would like Crypto because he was a big Legion and a big Superboy fan. So Crypto was, he would have liked that. He would have said that the guy playing Lex Luthor was like Lex Luthor Jr. because he wanted Lex Luthor to look like he's in his 40s or something like that. And I haven't seen the movie, so I can't really speak to the rest of it. But,
right.
Yeah, but to your point earlier, the Max and Dave Fleischer cartoons, which were later, famous studio, they basically
Right.
got forced out by Paramount, which is a shame.
But at the time when they started that, from my memory, and you can correct me, obviously, probably no better than I do, it was the most or one of the most expensive animated things because they didn't want to do it. And when Timely or whatever, or not Timely, DC, what were they called at the time?
I believe they were DC at the time. I think.
Were they DC already yet? I couldn't remember yet.
Timely is Marvel.
Yeah, because Timely's Marvel. I'm trying to remember what DC's name was before
National
that.
Periodical.
National, thank you. Yep.
Yeah.
And then they were like, well, just make the show. And they're like, well, we're going to need this much. And they asked for like more than anything has ever been cost before for one of those things. They're like, do it. So like,
well,
that's why it looks so good, is because they had all the money in the world basically to make that show. So yeah. Or the little shorts.
You're 100% right. They didn't want to do it. They asked for what would be the equivalent of about $1 million an episode these days, because they were sure they would say, well, no way, we just won't do it, or we'll go to somebody else. The interesting thing about that is there's a parallel. We're talking about John Byrne. When he left Marvel and went to DC, because he was like the popular guy at the time, he kind of got all the credit for the X-Men, because his art was good, but the writing was, a big part of it too. And he said that he went in with his plan. His plan was to ask for all the things that he knew that they would say no to. And then the things that he really wanted would, by comparison, seem reasonable. He said, I want to start with Action Comics #1, start all over again. I want to get rid of Supergirl, Superboy, Superdog. I want, everything that's, not the last son of Krypton. I want to have Pa Kent be alive, and they said yes to everything, to his shock, and so there's a parallel there with the Fleischer cartoons. But yeah, Captain Marvel did fly first, and as Mark said, he was more popular than Superman.
Yeah,
for like 3 years.
And that's why they sued him.
Yeah, that's why they sued him, exactly, and they won. And there's good and bad in that, I guess. Captain Marvel went from being a very comedic character, he had Mr. Mind as a villain, and there was the talking tiger, Mr. Tawny, and it was very, very comedic, and then they sort of turned him into another Superman. Although I would argue that Captain Marvel, in some ways, is even more creative than Superman, because it's the first time where you have two different people who are also the same person.
Right.
That was very creative.
I think part of the popularity that helped Captain Marvel was also that he was a kid.
Yep,
Yeah.
Billy Batson, yep.
And kids could relate to that. It was like, that was the ultimate fantasy, was you're a kid and you get to be a superhero by night. Oh, not by night. You know what I mean, though? Like this, all you got to do is say the magic word and Shazam, you're, Captain Marvel. And every boy's dream. Yeah.
Go around and says, Shazam, 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 Shazam.
And as everybody in the chat and you guys both know, that's how they were always trying to they were worried that not enough kids were buying the magazine. So they created Robin the Boy Wonder, Bucky Barnes, and Billy Batson. Bucky Barnes and Billy Batson.
Robin was only, I think Batman was around for 11 issues before they brought Robin in, or very short
the first
time.
Sidekick, wasn't he?
Yeah,
besides Tonto, I guess.
Yeah, but the idea of it, but that's
first
probably
kid
the first
sidekick,
comic
I
book.
guess you would say.
Yeah. But and of course, there's no OSHA back then or any work
social services. I was going to say,
yeah,
knocking on Batman's door.
Yeah.
What are you doing running around with a kid?
Well, Captain Infinity, Mike Clobbertines hated the Byrne Superman. He would always argue with the great Marc C. Who knew his comics inside and out too, like Clobbertines. But that's what's fun for geeks and nerds. Instead of all this political garbage. I'm not saying you can't argue about politics, obviously, but it was nice to be like arguing about that kind of stuff versus the makeup of the characters, so to speak, or who's playing who, or the message. That was a great debate. And if you go back to Clobbertime's channel, he has a Marc C playlist on there, the great Marc Steven Cheret. who was also an artist as well too. And
Yeah.
you can watch that playlist and listen to them go at it, because it was pretty often. Unfortunately, Marc C passed away pretty early on
Yeah.
in terms of Mike's YouTube
Here, I believe.
YouTube days.
Yeah.
But he was on Blog Talk Radio all the time. And actually, who was it? Ace Cast Iron or someone said they had a thumb drive of all the BTR shows they were trying to get together.
I thought it was
nice.
Oh, you thought it was who? Or
I thought it was Jonathan, but
John, or maybe Jonathan or something.
So
yeah, someone had mentioned that. Yeah, but
I think whoever said that Clobby would hated the burn run. The thing about Mike was he fell in love with all this stuff at a really young age. I mean, and he just fell in love. It was his escape from the real world. You know,
Right.
as some of you guys know, he was bullied because he was essentially born overweight and always struggled with his weight. And so this was his escape, and he just fell in love with it. You know, I mean, the good guys always won and justice prevailed, and and so that's those characters as they were in his childhood. That's what he wanted to see. He wanted Superman, like I said, that could push the Earth out of the way of an asteroid, which I think is a little difficult to make. To bring conflict. You can't always. It's kryptonite or it's magic. It's kryptonite or it's magic.
Yeah.
So he would have hated the depowered Superman a little bit. And I used to remind him that if you go back to the original, I hate to say OG because then I gotta say dog. I mean, he could leap an eighth of a mile, outrun a locomotive, and nothing less than a bursting shell could pierce his skin.
Yeah.
And there's a shot of him, and the doctor's trying to give him an injection or take blood or something.
You can't, right?
Yeah, that's the eighth. That's the eighth needle I've broken on your tough hide. Try again, doc. So I personally believe there's room for kind of all of these incarnations.
Yep.
So,
Well, I just want to address this by Donnie real quick before I forget it. But he said, I respect the opinions of those who despise Strange Nude Worms and the new Soups movie, though I agree on how bad the Section 31 movie was, but more power to those who loved it. Well, I don't think anyone liked the Section 31 movie. I don't want to speak for you, Donnie, if you did, but or you agree on how bad it is. But I'm going to talk about Strange Nude Worms tonight, and I wanted to self-emulate or spontaneously combust as I was watching those 3 new episodes. I was just like, please make it end now. Make it end. Oh, I mean, it was killing me.
Hopefully we are coming to an end here with that. But yeah, we'll see.
But we'll talk about that later. And look who, as I'm saying, that Teague is here, the great Admiral Teague. And oh my God, it was kill. I'm like, I paused the show. I'm like, oh, there's 20 minutes left of this crap with Spock and the marriage. I'm like, and Nurse Chapel. I'm like, I got 20 minutes to go. Oh God. So that's on my list to talk about tonight. And hail to Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Great to see you, Daniel. So that was I got it.
But as I don't know if you heard, Steve, I've been enjoying the Kirk Allen Superman again over the last few nights.
Yeah, great stuff. He was.
Yeah, that's old school. Yeah.
They tried to get some other actors to play Superman before Kirk Allen. And they were all too embarrassed. They didn't wear shorts. They thought the whole thing was silly. Kirk Allen, who had a career as a singer and dancer, and he was also, a cowboy, cast as a cowboy a lot. And he was the guy that said, "Yeah, I'll do it. I'm not ashamed." So
he does a great job too. Yeah.
Yeah, and I believe our buddy Claude, not Claude Salling, but the other Claude, I believe that he met Kirk Allen, possibly even more than one.
Well, he's as old as Kirk Allen.
Ooh, that was a low blow.
I heard he never make fun of. Now Claude's gonna appear and tear me to pieces because his Mike said never go get into a land war in Asia or get into a battle of wits with Claude because you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
I've told you some stories about how Claude just ripped people to shreds like spontaneously. That guy is he's the best insult comedian. He's really so tread carefully, you know. But
I know.
glad you're watching the Kirk Allen stuff. I loved it. I think it was obviously limited by the technology at the time, but I think he did a great job.
1948, yeah, 1948.
Yeah. But the other funny thing is I just watched. Have you guys seen the movie Hollywoodland? Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah, it's been a while, but
and that's about the death of George Reeves with Ben Affleck.
Right. Yeah. Who for some reason did a Southern accent for George Reeves,
which is weird because he said he had an audio tape of a bunch of interviews and other clips of George Reeves, and he would sit there and listen to it. And I guess that's just how he interpreted it, evidently. I don't know.
Some people just impressions.
Yeah. But and then I watched a couple episodes of this too. But yeah,
refresh people's memory on the Hollywoodland movie.
Okay, so what Hollywoodland is it's about a fictional detective, PI, who is brought on by George Reeves' mom, and he's actually like an amalgamation of about 3 or 4 people that actually existed. But now most of the George Reeves side of the business is supposed to be fairly accurate. I don't know how accurate it is, but it's supposed to be fairly accurate. So like all his relationships, his ins and outs, the controversy surrounding the death, the quickness with the cops and how they had claimed it was a self-doing. But years later, supposedly his mistress, Mannix, on her deathbed, confessed that her husband had him killed. So, and that was, of course, Eddie Mannix, I think was his name. And he was pretty big in Hollywood on the MGM side of things with the Teamsters, and supposedly had some mob ties and some other things like that. So very, very plausible, considering all the strange circumstances.
Only 45 years old at the time, too.
Well, what was funny is he hated doing it, right? Like that was the famous story, is that he hated doing Superman. And the reason why most people don't believe that he did himself in was because he was so happy that Superman had just gotten canceled. And so he was going to try and spin off his success in Superman into other things, right? Like he had a bit part in From Here into Eternity and some other stuff. So yeah.
No, he did From Here to Eternity was before Superman.
Was it before? Because I thought it was during the same time, but yeah.
No, he was excited because they had actually gotten renewed, and he was slated to direct, and so he was very happy that he was going to transition into directing. At least that's the way Jack Larson told it, because I just saw that interview actually recently.
The other story was they got canceled, and he was happy they got because he had another production studio he was setting up for himself or something like that. But yeah.
If you go by Jack Larson, he was happy because he was going to be able to transition into directing, and and the thing is a lot of these guys, William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, Adam West, have all at one time or another lamented that the vehicle that made them household names, that they got typecast and it ruined their career, and you have to allow for the possibility that, hey man, maybe you wouldn't have had a career.
Yeah, I think had he, unfortunately, since he passed, he didn't get to live it out. But I think had he lived a little longer, I think he would have saw that, oh shit, I was one of the pillars of TV. Yeah. Right. Because a lot of people don't realize how big The Adventures of Superman was. It was one of the first major TV shows at the time to be, nationwide broadcast, and not only kids were watching it, but adults were watching it with the kids. Yep. So, yeah.
Oh, it was, I grew up watching it, obviously on reruns. I'm not that old. I'm not as old as Kirk Allen. But it just was one of those staples, Batman 66, the Superman serial you couldn't really see, I don't think, on TV, or that would be tougher to see. But the TV show was,
it was always in constant rerun for years,
all the time. And maybe Reeves didn't self-delete, who knows, but made for a good movie. But you're right.
I don't think he did, to be honest with you, considering all the facts surrounding the case. I don't think it was. I think he was taken out.
But was it over money, or was it over an affair?
Because he broke. The thing is the Mannixes had a weird kind of polygamous relationship, supposedly. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Got it right here in my book.
And that's a good cover too. I like that one
Yeah,
because they re-released it without that cover. It's got just a standard crappy cover.
Yeah.
the colorizing that they did on this was actually really good because a lot of times that stuff is like oversaturated and because it's tough to do because you use different lighting and different lenses for color than you do for black and white. But so
the AI is getting better with that. Yep.
Oh, the AI is getting scary good with that. But
yeah, remember the Ted Turner colorization stuff? How bad it was? The Ted Turner when he was colorized a movie in the 80s. Oh, it was horrific. Yeah, it was so bad.
I know in Donnie, keep your crayons off my Citizen Kane.
Yeah, off your movie. Yeah. Section 31 was a generically bad movie. Yeah, did not seem like Star Trek at all. Yeah. So, and Teague is saying the movie's disposition was he was so beat up from being Superman he couldn't do much physically and was typecast. Yeah. But sometimes it's not so bad to be typecast. I think sometimes, right?
Again, like we were saying, I
realize
think. Yeah, had he, added a few years to his life, he would have probably realized, oh, this was much more important than I thought.
Yeah, yep.
A lot of people out there that had one hit, and then that was it.
Yep.
A lot.
Then of course, we got the gold standard then with Christopher Reeve.
Yeah. And actually, I'm going to be at Terrificon in July, and I think Tyler Hoechlin, did I say his last name? Lois is going to. I can never pronounce his name. I think I don't know if Dean Cain is going to be there. Like I got to show some of the guest lists, but Terrificon has like an amazing guest list with celebrities. All the Ninja Turtles are going to be there from Tom's movie that he might like. It's going to be wild. Raiders of the Lost Ark actors are going to be there. It's just quite a guest list, but we'll talk about that later maybe. But
if Dean Cain is there, I would highly recommend meeting him. He really treats his fans well.
Yeah, he seems like a great guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he really is. I've told you this before, although Tom wasn't around, but I met him 15 years ago, maybe at a con, and it was the first year they were doing the con, and so they had Polaroids because they hadn't figured out how to do the cons yet, and whereas most of you guys know this, but you go to a con and a lot of times they just scribble a line on a picture and herd you through, right? It's like let's keep the cat.
Keep going, keep moving.
Yeah, but Dean Cain was talking to people. He was picking up the little kids and playing with them, and on my Polaroid, because I was lifting weights pretty regularly at that time, he wrote, "Steve, those guns are illegal." Dean Cain. So he's one of the people that really appreciates his fans. And he actually lives about 20 minutes from me. So, yeah. But, if you get a chance to meet him, I think you would enjoy the experience.
Yeah, I'm looking now. I don't think he's there. But we'll show the guest list. But great guest list. Yep. John Wesley Shipp will be there. Yep. The Flash. Yeah, I got to meet him.
Another super nice guy.
Super nice guy. Yeah, really nice. Yeah, and the Flash is out in 4K. Oh, I should buy the Flash in 4K and bring it there. And Hide to 6 to get that signed. Yep.
You mean the TV show? I think it's only in
TV
Blu-ray right now, but yeah.
Or Blu-ray. Oh yeah, I should just say Blu-ray. It's probably Flashes and Blu-ray. Yeah, but I should buy that. I'm sure
this just came out this week on Blu-ray too.
They upgraded it. Oh, nice. Yeah. And that's Lex Luthor with hair there. Yep.
Yeah.
And Teague is saying we could use Clayton Moore and Adam West to sort of get an idea how it's gone for George Reeves. Yeah.
If not even more so, like with I think Kirk or Shatner is even a better example because, like I said, I don't think he realized at the time, like along with like people like Lucy and certain others that were like big on television that. He was a pillar of early TV. Not a lot of people had TV in the 50s.
Right? Yeah.
There you go.
Is that the Blu-ray or that's the
DVD, I think.
The DVD. Yeah, I have the DVD, but I gotta buy the Blu-ray. Yep. And you got a question here. It says, Tom, were there films when you were a kid? Were they under 40 million and could they make a profit back in the day?
Yes.
Yeah.
Most movies were quite under, look at movies like Ghostbusters and stuff. That even was still within that range, right? Like,
yep.
and that was considered astronomical. I remember when like the papers were making a big deal because there wasn't an internet yet. The papers, in the news was making a big deal about Terminator 2 being the most expensive movie of all time because it cost like $67 million. Like that'd be considered low budget today.
Yeah. Right.
They made a big
Crazy.
deal in the first Superman the movie. I think was the first mega Marlon Brando got. I believe it was $6 million for 3 days work.
I think it was 3, but something like that. Yeah, it was something crazy.
Yeah, at the time it was unheard of.
Yeah.
So, but you want, and of course, I guess you guys all know that he wanted to play Jor-El as a bagel, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's heard that story. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and he was worried he'd get eaten.
Yeah, it's funny because I just saw a clip of Christopher Reeve on the Tonight Show, his first appearance on the Tonight Show, and wait a minute, was it Tonight Show? Yeah, I think it was the Tonight Show. Might have been David Letterman, where he was saying, the host said, "You're not the biggest fan of Marlon Brando," and he said, Marlon Brando could have been a leader for all of us, but he chose not to, and he essentially said that he was just phoning it in for the bucks.
Yeah.
So,
I think I just ran across that same clip, which is strange, but yeah.
Oh, that's because I'm looking in your window for what to watch.
Might be. That, or I think maybe somebody just loaded it up or something, possibly. Yeah. But yeah, it was kind of funny to hear somebody not kiss Brando's ass for once, and especially be somebody like, Chris Reeve. It was like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
what an enigma Brando was. Yeah, the stories you hear about Brando, it's like you wonder, power and success going to your head, or was he always that crazy? Maybe he was, but when
he was a pain in the ass on this movie, man.
Oh God, yeah, no. But I'm saying, like in the 50s, when it was always difficult to work with Brando, always crazy, or just the power and success, went to his head. I wonder.
From what I've heard, he was always kind of nuts, but it really went overboard with Superman and finally Apocalypse Now. And Superman, it wasn't so bad because it was all prior to the filming, from my understanding. Like, he just didn't want to do it.
Okay.
And like that was why he again, kind of like the weird thing with the Fleischer Studio, he asked for some astronomical amount, and the Salkinds and all that were like, yeah, give it to him, because they're like, yeah, we need somebody in this movie to help sell it to the foreign distributors. And he in a famous story with Terrence Stamp, the first day on the set, Terrence is like, so why do they have to have all these cue cards for you? And he's like, well, I think it comes across more natural, and I never actually read the script. Yeah. And he goes, what? You haven't read the script? Yeah, it might be crap.
They wrote a line on the diaper of the baby.
Yeah. His lines were all over the place. But I guess between the first day of shooting and that next day, he actually read the script. And he had it in his contract that was no press allowed on set when he was there, and he was only supposed to stay there for X amount of days, like Steve said.
Wasn't like 12 days or something.
Well, actually, I think it was less than that, but he ended up staying, I think, 12 days, because that was the thing. As soon as he read the script and he fell in love with the character, he didn't want to leave so quickly, and he actually invited the press to the set, which was surprising to them. And like the next day, he goes, I read the script last night. It's a fucking Valentine. So because I guess he probably grew up with Superman and stuff like that too, just like a lot of those guys, and he saw what it really was, and I'm sure he was afraid they were trying to turn it into a fucking joke.
I think the opposite is true. I think that, like a lot of people, because not a lot of people really read Superman, or back in the day. He may have seen the show a little bit, but I think the opposite. I think when he read the script, and let's not forget, the script was written by Mario Puzo, who wrote
the original one was,
before Tom Mankiewicz, but the bones of it was, and I think the version that he read before they doctored it was Mario Puzo, who wrote The Godfather, for which that's what made Brando a superstar. I mean, he'd already done Rebel Without a Cause, and what's the one that's set in New Orleans with Blanche Dubois, Streetcar Named Desire. So he was like a well-respected actor. But it wasn't really until The Godfather that everybody was like, ooh, you know. So I think when he read the script and he saw that it wasn't just wham, pow, you know.
Well, the only reason I think he might have been a fan is because he said it was a Valentine, which means basically like a love letter, right, to Superman. And of course, the Puzo script was based mainly on this book right here by George Lowther, I think is how you pronounce it.
Okay.
Called The Adventures of Superman. So, because it was funny, I'm sure you've heard this story too, Steve, where Puzo, who famously, and I love how they depicted it in The Offer. If you've not seen The Offer, I recommend it highly. You can see it on Paramount Plus, or it's available on Blu-ray. It's a 8-episode, I believe, miniseries about the making of The Godfather. It's not like a documentary. It's an actual, show or miniseries.
Right.
And in the show, Puzo spends most of the time just eating and gambling while Francis is doing all the fucking work. And this is supposedly true because the first thing that happened when he got the job for Superman right after The Godfather is he said, well, I better learn how to write a screenplay since I never really did one before. And he went to the bookstore and he bought a book for writing screenplays. He opens it up and the first page says, the first things first when learning to write a screenplay, read The Godfather. And he fucking closed the book and threw it in the goddamn garbage. And he started from scratch and ended up with a 500-some page script for Superman, which of course was split up into 2 movies we famously know. But I guess it was heavily based on this book here, was where he pulled most of the info from.
Yep. And Brand had a lot of ideas for the movie. One of them I read too. That's why he was wearing the crest on his. He wanted to wear the Superman.
He was the
crest.
one who came up with that, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. And did he come up with this fortress? He didn't. Who came up with the idea of the Fortress of Solitude?
No, that was I think in the original script, or it might be in the book too. I don't know. I haven't never read this book. I'd like to get my hands on it, but.
Yeah, and Hail to Small Time Republic. He said the Godfather novel is quite an experience. Yeah.
Oh yeah, if you read the novel compared to the book, you
Never
can tell
read
where
it.
Francis went in there and just completely stripped the book down of all its bull crap, and give us the straight, and made it more about the family, and not just the, because there's a lot of weird stuff in that, but kind of like with Jaws, where you just kind of got to go in and gut it, and then just give us the main meat of what this is about. And find a way to
take out the best
make it
parts.
all work.
Yeah. We mentioned Jaws. Yeah, we're watching Jaws at our pool club, and my idea was we're on the water there, so my idea was to put the projector screen like on a float, and everyone has to watch Jaws in the ocean while they're treading water.
You kind of want to put the projector on land so it's level, but
yeah, the projector be on land and then the screen. And
did you learn that the hard way?
Yeah, no, I was like telling everyone we should do that. We should watch Jaws. Like everyone, like you're in the water as you watch Jaws in the ocean. I wonder how many people would last. Like you just keep looking down at your legs.
There's some people that do that, I guess, that famously do.
Yeah, watch Jaws in the ocean. Oh my god!
But then, of course, the next Superman in our list. This is I skipped over Tom Welling because, as far as I'm concerned, he never played Superman.
He was just the last.
He was
last
Superboy at best. Yeah,
5 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you had this guy. I've never seen this show. People praise it to high heaven. I've not seen it, so I can't.
It's
speak
pretty
on it.
good. I watched the first season. Mike started watching it and stopped watching it about the same time I did. So he thought it became too
By
much
the way,
of the lowest
you
show.
guys are getting the dump of the tier list show I didn't do because nobody showed up.
Oh, no, I was out to.
I was going to do the top
dinner.
Superman. I was going to do the list. Yeah.
I was out tonight. Yeah. Sorry. Yep. But yeah. So yeah, that show's pretty good. And then of course it's got Sloane is in this show too, as Lana Lang, who plays Sloane from Entourage. She's a cutie patootie. Oh God.
I know who you're talking about too, and I can't think of her name. Yeah.
I'm trying to forget her name, but Sloane and Entourage. I'm a big fan. So she's Lana Lang. Who the heck is that? That's Emmanuel. How do you say her last name? Shiraki.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
she's got a name I can't pronounce. Whatever. She's awfully cute and great actress. So
of course we got to kind of acknowledge this young lady here too.
Oh, of course, yeah. She's pretty good in the movie. You know, she got.
Let's not talk about the movie. We'll just talk about how good she looked.
Yeah, she looks gorgeous, and she's
sweet.
Looks and sounds like Supergirl. Hey, Eric K is here. How's it going, Eric K? Great to see you.
I
Yeah.
suppose I better bring up you know who.
Hillary.
I'm looking for a picture of him here. Here's one with both of them. But
Yeah, I mean, Cavill is it's much.
it's not
bigger
his
looking guy.
fault.
No, yeah.
You know, the fact that they don't want to cast Henry Cavill or Cavill as 007 is insanity to me.
I wouldn't say never on that yet. His chances are pretty good right now, but we'll see. Yeah.
He said that he's like expressed interest, and they keep shutting him down because they want to go a different direction. They want to make it a woman. They want to make it Idris Elba.
This was before Amazon bought out the Broccoli estate, and
Yeah.
they fired Sarnoff though. So we'll see. I mean, I've been hearing they want a younger Bond. That's the only thing that I.
Well, that's the thing. Why they canned him? Why James Gunn essentially canned him from Superman is because he plans to do, several movies of Superman and probably Justice League or Gang, whatever he's calling it. When you got a guy who's 45, 10 years from now.
Yeah, he was never planning on using Cavill. Yeah, and of course this guy, always gets overlooked. Brandon Routh. He did a good job. Just a shitty movie. Never got a chance to fly. Talk about a guy who never got a chance to fly.
Yeah,
I mean,
and he was robbed, I think.
Yeah,
Because
more so than
though-
Cavill.
Even though half or more of that movie was garbage, if you go back and look at the scene of him saving the airplane,
Mm-hmm.
or
Fantastic scene here.
yeah, or the scene of him saving the car with the Miss Tessmacher ripoff in it,
Yep.
or the where the guy is shooting at the cops with the big machine gun type thing.
The bullet. Yeah.
Yeah, and the bullet in the eye, and he looks up, and he just gives him a little bit of a smile, like didn't work, And I also say that Brandon Routh is probably the only guy, and I haven't seen the new one, but he's the only guy who I think pulled off the dual identity in a believable way. If you look at him when he's in the bar talking to Jimmy, or when he's talking to Lois, and then you see him later as Superman, it's not. Yeah, of course he looks similar because he's the same guy, but he looked different enough and sounded different. And you got Christopher Reeve who wore the hat, and when people say, how does Superman fool people with just glasses, they forget that he originally wore a fedora back when men wore hats in the late 30s and the 40s.
That and Christopher Reeve was also, when he was Clark, he was basically Cary Grant, right?
Oh,
So he was doing like a shtick.
yeah,
And Brandon kind of did that, but he also did his own thing at the same time. So it was, I see what you're saying. It was a little different.
yeah. And
I had no problem with this end, but I want to get to the super chat though. Let me thank Eric K. I know you're on the phone, Steve, so you probably can't see. But Eric K says, much thanks to the mighty Marc D with a C for sending me a big box of Silver Surfer stuff. It was all amazing. Thank you, Eric. Yep. Glad I finally got that out to you. There was a lot of 3D printed junk, quote unquote, as I say. So finally made that out to Eric. So there was a Lego Silver Surfer, a bunch of like Silver Surfer, magnets and just little knickknacks and stuff. And I think I sent you some Doomsday machines and a thing had busted the thing and a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, glad to send that out to you, and thank you for being a good friend, and glad I could do that. And Tom, I still got to get you the damn turtle. My wife keeps telling me, when are you getting the? I know, where she's like, when are you getting?
I asked you about that, and I forgot to get you squared off with help you out with the shipping on that. Yeah.
Oh, don't worry about that. But it was just that she's like, get this out of my goddamn dining room. I'm like, I gotta do a video. I'm like, I gotta do a video on it before I send it. What I gotta do is just do what I should do is just do like B-roll, and then I'll do a voiceover on it.
Something like
she's
that.
like, I just want to have the footage of. She's like, get it out of here. What's this? Like, people come over and they're like, what's this ugly thing? So, but the 3D printing is so much fun. So we got to play a couple of clips for Eric here, and I think. Oh well, first of all, we're gonna do. We got the Silver Surfette. That's awesome.
Yeah, this came from the late great Eusebius. One of the last things he. Actually, it was the last thing he gave me to work.
Last thing he did, yeah. That's
for
awesome.
me anyway. I mean, he did other stuff. I'm sure after that.
Other stuff, yep.
You have to set an example, even in the face of stupidity. Now, everybody that reads comic books knows that Kirby's Silver Surfer is the only true Silver Surfer.
Yeah, I was like, the scout camp this week, so we're getting the trailer ready, all the gear,
Mhm.
and we're talking about my buddy's Rich, who's the other scoutmaster. His dad is actually a comic book artist, way back, Joe Palooka, and his dad was a great guy, and one of the moms is like, I'm like, oh, but the female surfer is like, I'm trying to be nice, I'm like, it's just really, I just don't like that. And she's like, oh, but she was in the comics. I'm like, actually,
Your
she
mom
really was.
remembers?
No, this is like one of the moms of one of the kids,
one
like
of the
there,
moms. Gotcha.
but like the norm.
So she was just
read this-
parroting something she heard online, basically.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, there was a Silver Surf was a woman in the comics. Like, well, no, actually, it was Shalabal, and she was Norin Rad's girlfriend, and the Silver Surfer's, he said he'd become the Silver Surfer to protect Zenla, so the planet wouldn't get destroyed. And I'm going on and on, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm probably like, I better shut up now. I was joking, like,
No,
better shut up now.
you make a great point that just because a character showed up later in the mythology, if I can use such a grandiose term, but you were starting to really delineate, like, yeah, he made the sacrifice to save her, to save his planet, and then they're also going to shut out. Then remember, there was a little bit of a love triangle, or at least a perceived love triangle. Remember, he got into a big fight. One of the biggest ones was his fight with the Thing, because the Thing busts in and catches
Alicia Masters.
Yeah, and of course, jumps to the wrong conclusion, and so when you did.
Well, you really shouldn't go to a Coldplay concert if you're the Silver Surfer and Alicia Masters, because you're really going to show up pretty well. I mean,
that is a very Coldplay, actually.
Yeah, that show, that meme is doing pretty well. That Coldplay meme. Yep.
Oh my,
yeah.
Indeed.
There are people who are saying that someone who knew this affair was going on contacted the venue or had a friend or somebody and said, "Hey, you want a good, you want to catch a big story?" I don't know if that's true, but
no, that can't.
Probably his wife's divorce lawyer and her husband's divorce lawyer, I'd imagine.
All right, yeah.
I think if they had just kissed, no one would have noticed it. Other than maybe people that were, if somebody.
That was what I think. Yeah, that's what everybody's saying. Had they just act natural, nobody would. Because outside of the few people who actually know them, like, they're not like real public people to where it was like that's what caused attention to it. And yeah,
it's always a cover up is worse than the crime, because they just kissed or something.
The Streisand effect or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe it's people that were in the show, like if they would recognize, like, oh, I know who that is, but other than that, then like Chris Martin actually said, like, well, either they're really shy or they're having an affair, so he got it right away. Yep.
Yeah.
RJ Gar says, I like Routh, but I thought he looked a little bit too young to be the Superman, to be the version of Superman who was supposed to be.
It was kind of a weird thing, because obviously it was meant to kind of be a quasi sequel to Donner's Superman, but not. So it was like,
yeah. The ironic thing, he was like 5 years older than Christopher Reeve when he did it.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, but he just had a youthful look. But
people look younger now, I think, too, for the most part.
And more irony is that him looking so youthful, they could have gone on to do movie after movie, and without worrying about him aging out of the role. So but
did that movie make money, or did that movie lose money?
It did okay, but the problem with Superman Returns is that it had it had to carry the weight of the budgets of Superman Lives and whatever they had spent on Superman Flyby. So it technically didn't do very well. And also, it came out right at the same time as Batman Begins. And when Batman Dark Knight took off with $1 billion, then Warner Brothers is like, oh, get Christopher Nolan to do Superman. Whatever he did with Batman, just do that with Superman. And that, of course, is why we got Man of Steel. Which is
totally
basically
wrong
Batman Begins. Yeah, which is basicn't Batman Begins, but with Superman.
Yeah.
And,
I think it also had a problem.
That's where we're at right now.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was done.
As I recall, it also had the problem of all the good shots were in the trailers. You know, the guy shooting him in the eye and him saving the car. The Action Comics #1 cover basically being recreated. And then you get into the thing, you're like, oh, he's got an illegitimate kid who, for some reason, has blonde hair, even though neither of his parents do. You know, you don't do something like that you can't undo. You know, where you have to reboot the whole series. People don't want to see Superman with an illegitimate child. I don't even think they want to see him with a child.
Yeah, that was now they've got, Jonathan Kent. It's a little more acceptable, although we won't get into the ins and outs of that one. But the idea that the Ford people, like, it's if they had Lois and Clark had gotten married, they would have been more believable. That's what they've done in the comics since. But you mentioned Superman's first appearance. I had clipped this last week and didn't get a chance to play it, so let's watch this.
There you go, friend.
Thanks. Cool costume.
Thanks. My mom made it for me.
I'm gonna have to break down and watch that show.
Yeah, there's some stuff on there that's pretty good on that show. I definitely think it's worth watching. I stopped watching it, but I never was nothing in it was like glaring, and it's made for TV too. But I thought the spirit of Superman was
more than enough people
was present there. Yeah, and there was nothing you'd say that was this is messing with.
Oh, go ahead.
No, it's just it feels like Superman. It's not a Man of Steel version of Superman in that show. Maybe a little bit too much of Lois for Cloudy's take, but I thought it was well done, and they did change the brother. The brother got they changed the brother. The actor, I think, had some difficulties or personal difficulties and dropped off the show.
Yeah, I figured maybe it was going to be a little too much like Lois and Clark, so that's why I didn't check in at first. But I'll have to check it out. But I mean, I guess to wrap up the whole Superman or Superman.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, look, I wouldn't say it's a blockbuster, but the fact that it had one of the lowest drop-offs for a superhero movie in I don't know how long, ever in a long time, like even some of the bigger Marvel movies didn't have this good of a drop-off. It only had a 54% drop-off in its second weekend, and it already crossed $400 million. So nothing to sneeze at here. Could it have done better? Yes. But we're also in the age where Marvel sucks.
So, yeah, right.
And we haven't had a good DC Superman movie in years. Yeah.
Right. That's definitely brought things down too. So yeah, so Superman's up to, like you said, 406 million. International is very low, which we've all been talking about, but it's up to 171 million international. It's like the international started to pop.
International's been a little soft. I think another reason is just depending on the time period. Like usually this is not a very good time for movies internationally, and I wonder if we'll go back to a way it used to be when they started staggering releases again. But we'll see. I mean, this isn't horrible. It's kind of playing like most Superman movies do. Man of Steel did a little bit better, but again, that's also on the heels of Avengers and all that kind of stuff, and Batman, Dark Knight movies and stuff like that. So we got to always keep that in mind. Like, as of the expectations of where this is at, this is a better probably place than a lot of superhero movies could find themselves. This is where I think that, Fantastic Four, I mean, this might help them in the long run more than anything. So, yeah. Well, I don't know if you want to get into that or not, but
yeah, it was definitely. But the domestic is 57%, 58%. Let's round. International is 42%. So the international is up this week. So because I was surprised it was so low. So I don't know what a rate of increase.
There was some late reporting on the international as well. Like for some reason for this movie, they didn't come in till Thursday, I think it was, for the week.
So that's not that bad of a mix. Then it's 60-40 domestic.
That's why a lot of the papers are starting to have to admit that it's better than they first initially had presented it.
I think political and world events have probably affected it as well. There have been some riots, some anti, if you watch the news in Germany, in England, some other places. There have been some anti-immigration riots because of all the, I know Starmer will want to come extradite me to the UK and throw me in prison for saying this, but a lot of people who were angry about the mass immigration and some of the problems it's been causing. So there's that going on, and China is probably, they're not very
Probably not
happy
even.
right
It's
now.
probably not even in China. I'm guessing.
Well, it is in China, but it's doing.
Oh, it
Yeah,
is?
it's not doing the best in Asia right now. But also, there's like in Japan. I guess there's like, what is it, a Demon Slayer movie or something like that? That's also taking a
Real
lot of the
popular.
attention right now. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what. Yeah, Superman UK 10 million, Mexico 8 million. Yeah, so it's doing okay. Yeah, and the foreign box office. A lot of these are small, small countries too. So
Much smaller markets. Yeah.
yeah, so they're all broken up. That's why they show them. It made. Oh, look in Switzerland. Jurassic World Rebirth made $666,661. Who didn't buy that $5 ticket? So it would have been 666,666. Come on, you Swiss.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, at this point, Jurassic World might even be a bigger competition for Superman, and that hits streaming the first week of August. So, or video on demand, anyway.
Oh, and so as soon as it hits that, it's on the high seas, so to speak, and that kills a lot of the, shall we say? Well, I guess it was out of theaters then too, right? Once the stream is totally pulled, or
I mean, it'll probably be there still in a few, but
yeah.
Yeah, even Superman. Well, that was the other thing I think that helped this weekend was Superman got a few more extra screens added to it, like nearly like just under 200 extra screens than it had last weekend as well.
Okay.
So
Do
you
think this is a movie that I could take Maddie to? She's 5 now. She just turned 5.
There is some curse words, not
Okay.
like really not like super bad.
Okay.
Like shit.
Cheat, murd.
Okay.
For your French-speaking people out there.
Yeah.
The one scene. There's a scene. If you do take her, I'll tell you the scene where you can cover her eyes.
Yeah, the worst scene in it is probably the one I think I know Mark is going to say.
Yeah, in the prison, and Superman's getting affected by kryptonite, and something happens. I don't want to say, if you go see it, it's kind of shown at a distance. It's not like a bloody gut, blood and guts thing, but it's you hear what happens, and you
you see it, but it's not visceral. Yeah,
it's not like but it's for like a 5-year-old that might be scary.
There is like one
that's
on-screen death that is kind of I guess you put it that way.
Nah, well,
yeah.
I'll wait till she's a couple of years. She's sensitive, so
yeah.
Like an 8, 9, 10-year-old boy would love the shit out of this movie.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, girls, you might have to skew a little bit older.
Yeah.
But I mean, demographically, I guess it's doing amazing with the young kids. So,
I
mean, that's.
Yeah, you don't know Maddie, Tom, but she likes to play with toy dinosaurs. But the way she plays with them is, "Hi, it's my birthday. You want to come over to my house for cake?"
Right.
I'm like, "Honey."
Yeah, so Jurassic World wouldn't quite be up her alley. Daddy, why are the dinosaurs biting everybody's heads off? They're supposed to be having tea.
Right?
Yeah, maybe I should wait a little bit. Oh, yeah, Tom, you don't really know me that well. I used to. Mark put up the picture of me before with the Thor costume. I have long blonde hair, and I used to lift weights a lot. I used to be pretty big. I used to be like 220 of muscle at 6'1".
Just like
I'm
Tom and I
your
look.
nickname is like Thor or whatever. Yeah.
yeah. That's why people usually called me Thor because Steve is such a common name and it's easy to forget.
Eric, sorry to interrupt, but Eric K's got to head out. So great to see you, Eric, and catch you soon. Yep. And come on down to Geekery when you get a chance. Anytime, you got an open invite. But great to talk to you tonight, Eric. And glad you like that stuff. So
have a good sir. Mark has heard this story, but a few months ago, my daughter was 4.5. She was watching something on YouTube. She likes Spidey. There's a little version of Spidey and his Amazing Friends, and it's meant for like 4, 5, 6-year-olds.
Yeah, real little kids. Yeah.
And so the algorithm picked up on that, and the next video that popped up was Thor fighting the Hulk in Ragnarok. And this is my favorite. I will never have another dad moment to match this. Thor hits. There's the part where Thor hits the Hulk with a hammer, and Hulk hits the side of the Coliseum, and his body like goes all the way around it, like hitting every tile inside. And when suddenly my daughter went, "Go, Dad!"
Yeah. Well, here we'll have to play this again.
My dad
Hell
can
to
kick Hulk's
Paulie.
ass. What can your dad do?
Yeah, I will never. I mean, she's 5, so in 7 or 8 years, she won't want to be seen with me.
Aw.
Dad, can you drop me off the corner? But I will always be able to remind her.
You can hope it doesn't start till like 11, 12. You can usually hope.
Yeah.
So,
It does.
hold out some hope.
And Paul, I want to read Paulie's comment here. He says, "Oh God, look, it's Tom. Look up in the sky on another stream. Oh joy."
Yeah.
Great to see you, Paulie. Yep.
Always makes you wonder what the first two guys were so excited about. It's a bird. It's a plane. A big deal. We see birds and planes all the time. What are you shouting for? But yeah. So it's
I'm surprised somebody didn't go, "It's a bird. It's a plane. Are you blind?"
Yeah.
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 Oh, Paulie's falling asleep.
Oh,
Oh, no.
I'm sorry, Paulie.
Well,
There-
that could be good too if we put people to sleep, right?
That's true.
That
Some
could be
people could use this for ASMR. Welcome to Geekery ASMR.
I can cuss him out in Spanish.
Well, let's hear it. Oh,
No, I'm not going to cuss him out in Spanish. You haven't noticed, I don't really swear. I don't swear in any language. So
That's good. You're like Thor shouldn't swear that much, right?
Oh, I
Yeah.
swear too much, so that just evens it out. See.
well, plus
Yeah,
I've been studying Italian, so Italian and Spanish are so similar and yet different enough that now when I try to speak either one of them, it comes out as Italian.
It's battalion.
So anyway, but fantastic.
Well, yeah, getting back to the Superman thing too, in terms of the parents' message.
Yeah.
I think it doesn't, as much as I don't like it, it actually doesn't hurt who Clark is as a person, Kal-El, because it shows, you're not you're granted you're a product of your parents, but it's his Earth parents that raised him, and he really is, the immigrant that's
It's kind of that nature
become
versus
human.
nurture thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's and despite having all this power, he doesn't go bad, right? Because he could be like, and that's when his dad has that great message. You are who you are because of your actions, not not this message. So
Not who I am, that defines. Yeah.
yeah. So I don't think it hurts the Superman character at all, because really, who's a huge fan of Jor-El? I mean, yes, all right. You don't like having Jor-El, say this, but of course, like you said too, this is just, even if it took him 50 years or 100 years to get to Earth, like the Yahtzees could have been in charge, or 200 years ago we weren't so civilized, right? We
Yep.
think we're civilized today, right? In 200 years it'll be like, can you imagine? Look at those.
Well, into an
ignoramuses
advanced
in the-
race, we would look barbaric even now.
Right.
So,
right? I mean, they
but again,
they don't even have they're still doing dialysis on people. My God, the Dark Ages. Take
well,
this
and,
pill
and
you
again,
throw it
I
in the
hate
kidney.
using the excuse that it's been in the comics, but at least it's a comics that's been a long time ago. My understanding is this from '86. So he's
Yeah.
very similar, where they basically talk about how barbaric Earth is, and he'll lead them. And again, like,
Yeah.
and it talks up the Matrix too. So this is probably where they got it for Man of Steel. Because this is what I kind of try and remind people is like, you guys not paying attention to what his dad actually tells him in Man of Steel. It's not
Right.
inspire people, Kal-El. It's lead people, Kal-El.
Yeah.
He's not telling you to, be nice.
Well, I guess
to him.
the spread your seed comment too. I don't think that.
See, that's the thing, and that's where it bothered me with James Gunn. Is how could you think people wouldn't think that's true? Well, that's why, because it comes off as something Lex Luthor would put together, because it's too perfect.
It's too good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, what's interesting, if you look at like Genghis Khan, if you go analyze the DNA in Asia, I can't remember what percentages, but there's like everyone has basically Genghis Khan's DNA, or a huge percentage of the population, because he graped and pillaged so much and spread his seeds.
But again,
So,
I don't like it. I'm not happy about it.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
happy
don't like
the way
it
that
either.
Gunn responded. But if
Mark-
that's probably my biggest gripe with the film.
Mark, you know the history of my family.
Yeah. You've got witches, you've got kings.
Yeah, I got not just kings, Plantagenets, the worst, most brutal, bloodthirsty kings of England of all time. So yeah, I want Kryptonians to be more evolved, not just physically, but as they always were in the in the comics. There was even a line in the comics early on when they had the origin where Jor-El was talking about evacuating to Earth, and somebody said they're so primitive they can't even fly, because they had mastered the mind as well. So, and everybody may remember, I mean, all of us nerdy people remember, there was a cut scene where they actually showed a Kryptonian flying. He was the executioner that was sent to kill Jor-El, and then it didn't make it in the theatrical cut, but I'm sure everybody's seen the the deleted footage and stuff. So that's how I want my Kryptonians to be. I want them to be more an example.
And as Lisa says, hail to Lisa, Supergirl, last of a race and male, you're obligated to reproduce. No, I would suffer through it.
This is no fantasy.
I would do my best. Yeah, to make sure that yeah.
That was
God! But that was just such a jarring message too. And when you found out it wasn't fake, is it that you assume that it is going to be fake? So that was maybe some good filmmaking there to shock people. But yeah, it was just something that you just don't like. You just don't like that idea, right? It just bugs you. Yeah. And Lisa says the codex was similar but more painful to spread than something. What is it? Oh, genome.
Yeah, and there's also the idea that Kal-El was also the first natural born child on Krypton in how many years? Because everybody's a clone of a clone of a clone of a clone of perfection.
Yeah.
Right. So again, and I did not like all that convolutedness either. To me, at the end of the day, I'm kind of better with this whole idea that Krypton didn't really form him as who he is here on Earth, because that's kind of the classic Silver Age, Bronze Age Superman, right? Because like I said, up until that one point, he had very little influence from Krypton, and I think it was before you got here, Steve, like I pointed out, even in that serial, and I think even in the comic, it was the same kind of thing. He didn't even know he was from Krypton until a scientist discovered kryptonite, and they put 2 and 2 together, basically. So, like,
was that on the radio series?
It might have originated on the radio show. That's the other thing, because, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know the exact dates of everything, and you're right, because everything influenced everything so much back then that it just kind of snowballed into what we know as Superman now, is this mythos that kind of built over, like, probably 10, 15, 20 years. Yeah.
I remember.
And hail to Moira Kitty. Hey, Moira.
Hail. I remember the X-ray vision was invented for the radio, because there were certain problems that they couldn't, because people couldn't see it. They had to explain it. So he would say, "Oh, with my X-ray vision, I could see that Jimmy's about to fall off the ledge or something." He couldn't just show it. And I believe that kryptonite was invented.
Kryptonite was on the show. Jimmy Olsen was. I think Perry White was also, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, and kryptonite. I think I just had a memory. Wow, from I believe that kryptonite was invented for the radio, but I think I remember the German scientist on the 50s Superman TV show is the one that what you were talking about, where he put the 2 and 2 together, kryptonite and Superman. I think that was in the George Reeves TV show.
They might have used it there too, because they did it in the serial, because I just watched that part, because it's the scientist gets a whole big thing of kryptonite, and Clark goes there to try and convince him to destroy it, and the only way he can convince him to destroy it is convince him he's Superman. And then because it's like because he pulls the thing off and he gets sick, or he actually goes there to interview him first, and then he pulls it off, gets sick, and he's got I got to convince you to destroy this. And he's like, because I believe I know why, and he explained it to him, and so that's in the original Kirk Allen one too, which I'm sure they probably took from, like you said, the radio show, because they all seem to feed into each other at that point. So
and Bud Collyer was actually the voice, I think 3 or 4 different incarnations. I think he was in the last season or the last few episodes of the Fleischer cartoons when they switched from being Fleischer to Famous Studios, where they pulled the rug out from under Dave Fleischer, Max Fleischer. And then he was in that 60s cartoon as well, the really horrible one, where they kept using the same drawings, the same over.
The Filmation style.
Yeah. Always him going out the window exactly the same way. And then I think he was also in, was it Super Friends or something? There was a third one where his voice was, oh no, he was the I think he was the narrator for the 60s, the 50s TV show. Faster Than a Spinning Bullet. I believe that's all the same guy.
He might have done that. I think you're right. But yeah, I think he did also do the voice for a while on the Superman Filmation cartoon, which also carried into Super Friends, I think, for a while.
Yeah.
Did he continue to do it on Super Friends, or was it somebody else who came in and did it there? I'm trying to remember.
I think he did, and they either replaced him or he replaced somebody. I forget.
Because it was that Superman until they did the 80s series, which was kind of leaning into the 78 movie. So,
right.
Yeah, which even used that theme song and everything. But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and RJ Godzilla also said, Kryptonite came from the radio show. So thank you, RJ Godzilla. Yep.
Pretty sure it was. Yeah. You know what pisses me off? And I used to have it as a kid, and I don't even know what the hell I did with it. My grandma gave me a piece of that, like, that old Kryptonite they had in the 50s or 60s or whatever you could buy as a kid. The green rocks that was just painted green rock.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep. Oh, and Lisa said that her son took a date to the movie, took his girlfriend, and they loved it, liked it very much. So I hope the date was a successful date then. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. You don't want to go to a crappy movie on a date. I went to see City Slickers with my future wife, Maureen. That was our first date, was City Slickers. Unfortunately, the movie was good enough that I got a second date. So, yeah.
So Leonard, I love that movie.
That was a great movie, yeah.
I lost my watch.
and that's like, I'm like, well, of course, women, I'm stereotyping here, like, what date did we meet? Like, women have a notebook or write things down, like, your dating anniversary until you get married. If you're fortunate enough to get married, then that becomes your anniversary, you can't forget. But I was looking, when City Slickers opened, because I know
that's how you know when you're dating
when we met, or I met the day before, or like the weekend before, because I had to go camping with the Cub Scouts as a Cub leader, Cub master. So, and I was looking at the calendar, and you can go on, look it up on the interwebs now and see what, back then you couldn't, but I think it opened, June 18th or 17th or 16th, something like that was. So we probably went that opening weekend. So. Yes, it's fun. Yeah, fun to look that stuff up. And the other thing we're going to wrap up on Superman in a couple of minutes here. But the one thing that I thought too that didn't make sense was having the robots and all that tech. He would have had much more information on Krypton. It didn't make sense. As we know now, you can have gigabytes and gigabytes on even these tiny little flash drives with immense amounts of information. And I can only imagine what a spacefaring race like the Kryptonians, the tech that we have. I mean, it was amazing. I started on computers. I had a tape recorder, and you'd actually had to type your program in and then save it through a physical tape recorder with the beeps would be translated to the software code. And you had a cassette, like you'd mark, like, it wasn't Space Invaders, like Space Invaders from like 008 to 24 on the index on the tape, because you wouldn't store, you'd had to store multiple programs, and half the time you wouldn't load the program if you saved it. And oh my god, how kludgy that was. Then when you got a floppy drive, then a 3.5 drive, and then you had a Jazz drive, and now these memory cards. So you would have had a lot more information about Krypton. And how did these robots rebuild themselves after they're destroyed too? So something's going on there. You don't always have to explain everything, but didn't make sense to me that this message was, came from Krypton and was damaged in transit. It's almost like, oh, hey, Clark, spread your seed now. I hear these people are really ignoramuses on this planet. We just found this out, So that kind, maybe it's a nitpick or, really overanalyzing a movie, but I thought that he would have a lot more info on Krypton and art and literature. And there is a line in the movie, like everything is lost from his planet. And I think that's going to tie into Supergirl, of course, being, drinking and being depressed. Right. And which is a good. I think that's an interesting take on the character. I don't see what Lisa thinks because she's the Supergirl out there. But yeah, I think that I like that. But he would have more info, and I think that message. The whole idea that they had to do that it was damaged, so he doesn't know it from the beginning. But he would have grown up anyway without knowing that message too, right? So it's just kind of a flaw in the movie. I think that they wouldn't have more knowledge and tech of Krypton. Supergirl's got a spaceship, right? She's going to other planets, so faster than light drive, I would assume, unless they've got some kind of warp, or Luthor had that warping capability or teleporting capability. The first time I saw it, Steve, you haven't seen it yet, but I thought it was going to be a mother box or something from Darkseid that they were transporting around, but to get around the universe. So, but it's just a minor, that's fun geek nerd stuff to talk about. On the Kirk Swan stuff, that's great too. So that's good stuff. Oh, Keely Chow is here. Hey, Keely Chow.
Hey, Keely.
So, yeah. So. And we found this clip on the interwebs. I think it's the great Tom Connors that found this, right, Tom? So you found this great. This
is a new trailer for Fantastic Four. It's the critics have spoken. So now you know how they do that. When they do the critics have spoken type trailers. Yeah, so that's what this is. So you want to check it out?
Really?
Yeah, let's check this out. Yep.
The critics are raving. Fantastic Four is the best Marvel movie since the last Marvel movie since the last Marvel movie.
Whatever life throws at us, we'll face it together.
No! Don't stop! Bring tissue!
Are you the protectors of this world? Yes, we are.
Your planet is now marked for death.
Katie on X says bring tissues, but not because you're going to cry. Dio says it beats you off and doesn't stop.
I stretch the bounds of space.
Daddy Pedro brings it home in the Fantastic Four.
Tissues. But not because you're going to cry. Maybe some dick tears. Fantastic Four beats you off and doesn't stop. No!
Okay.
Don't stop.
That is fantastic.
Fantastic Four, Daddy Pedro. Fantastic Four, Daddy Pedro.
There you go.
Wow, that's a great unseen trailer before. Yeah. Well done. Amazing. Yep.
Well, since Variety is using those reactions for headlines, why not? I figure I want to see those in the trailers.
Right.
This movie makes some very bold claims. So
now, God, I hope it's good, right?
I don't know. Steve probably has no idea where that comes from, so he's like, "What in the world is going on?"
What's up with you dweebs and geeks and nerds, right?
I think my nerd credentials are pretty solid.
Okay, so you did see that, okay. That some idiot claimed that the movie beats you off and doesn't stop.
Yeah,
I quoted it.
I did get I for a second, it sounded like Mark was buying into that was a real trailer, and I'm like, wait a minute, there's some pretty.
We had to play it up a little bit.
Yeah. I'm going to confession next week.
But now I want to see that in those trailers. It's like, nah, I'm going to see that.
Right.
Let
me know how it is, guys, because I'm not.
I'll let you know if it is. If we come to an ultimate climax and have a happy
You're not going.
ending.
You're not going opening night. Steve?
Oh God, no. There's nothing. There's exactly one shot in that movie that I liked, and that was the Thing pulling.
Oh, that's a great shot with the Thing pulling the ship.
Yeah, and that's kind of it. Pedro Pascal looks more like a barroom brawler than the world's smartest man. He's got that protruding super orbital ridge in his nose. He's got that big lump in his nose, and The Thing should be taller than everybody else, but it looks like he may even be shorter.
Yes, that's one of my big complaints too, man. It's
Yeah.
like, why does he look like a short stack? Like, it's what the hell is that?
Well, they have changed the Thing's height over the years, so but he should at least be 6'4". I think the Thing. He doesn't have to be 7 feet like the Hulk.
I
So
think
in some iterations, he's been a little bit shorter.
When, in my opinion, when you have a creator as iconic as Jack Kirby, you leave his characters the way he drew them and the way he wrote them, or plotted them, or whatever.
Especially if you're putting him in that era, I would think it's.
If it's Fist or Nova, yeah, go crazy, do whatever you want. But if it's the only way I can think of to say this is the Thing that started the whole thing. That should be left iconic. And I know that it's a hard team to make work because, in all the other teams, the formula has always been conflict, and there's that too between Johnny and Ben. But
it's more brotherly, like fighting.
Yeah, for me,
it's
working based on the trailers.
Oh, and hi to Sasha. I do have a super chat here that I want to get to. So JT Kirk, thank you. JT Kirk says, science has proven 99% of audiences are sick and tired of seeing Pedro Pascal in every single movie. Well, I mean,
I believe that sight unseen.
Oh,
or citation unseen. I mean,
I saw 3 trailers for 3 different movies with him that are all coming out.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I mean, you could be, phenomenal actor.
He's already had 3 flops this year, so
yeah. And if you're in too much stuff, it's just like a natural. It's not even Pedro. It's just.
Well,
I've
not
seen
only
that
is he in
happen
movies,
before
he's in TV too, right? So like that's the thing is
Yeah.
he's oversaturated everywhere.
Yeah, so I don't blame him for taking the jobs, right? If you're making all this money and you why not?
Really
I would,
living
I would
up to
take,
the stereotype there, buddy. You just got to over.
but, yeah, I would take the job. But here, let me play this for JT Kirk. This is my take on the FF.
Are you a god?
No. Vince Clortho.
Then
When someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes!
Let's show this prehistoric bitch how we do things downtown. He's in New York. We get this guy laid, we won't have any trouble. Nobody steps on a church in my town! This chick is toast!
No, I'd love to see that version.
Deserve those lines.
I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that. That was fun to put together. I had that a while ago. So,
mother puss bucket.
Yeah.
That was well done.
Thank you, JT Kirk. But yeah, I mean, it just Pedro being in so much stuff, it's you're bound to like get that counter reaction. I mean, other than Taylor Swift, I guess she's gonna get taken down a peg, but maybe someday Swifties don't come after me. But look what happened, to Katy Perry, right? It's like I mean, not talking about talent wise, but just oversaturation, or it's just
Hootie and the Blowfish.
Hootie and the Blowfish are their first album was the best selling albums in history, and then after that,
they had hit after hit after hit. They were on every TV show, and then I saw an interview with Darius Rucker, and he said, "What happened?" He said, "People got sick of us. We were oversaturated." And he said, he even said, "I told my manager that we should wait another year before we release our second album." And he said, "No, we got to strike while iron's hot." And people got tired of it. And I think, and of course, Pedro Pascal basically has called Gina Carano a soldier for Deutschland in the 40s. Let's put it that way. So I won't patronize him. People that are calling other people the worst that humans can be because they have a different opinion, that just rubs me the wrong way. But maybe I'm too political. But if you guys, well, not Mark, because Mark likes everything. If Tom comes back and says it was a good movie, because I don't have Clobby anymore. Clobby was my barometer. I thought if Clobby sort of liked it, then I'll definitely like it. But if he hated it, I'd probably hate it.
You're saying I like everything, even clam pizza?
Didn't you like? No, it wasn't you. Who was it? No, was it
I like Shang-Chi, but I said my qualifier was it wasn't Shang-Chi.
Yeah,
I made it about 3 minutes into Shang-Chi.
Yeah, I love the bus scene. I thought the bus scene was phenomenal. That fight, I thought that was really good, and I liked Aquafina, which I guess I'm crazy. Most people hated her in that movie. I thought she was good comic relief, but it's definitely not the Bruce Lee, Shang-Chi that we grew up and loved in the comics. So I understand that, but plus, it was also my first movie back after the vid. I think that was the first time in the movie theater in like 2 years too. And my last movie was Return of the Jedi. Or Rise of Skywalker. I'm like, God, I hope I survive to see another movie in the theater because the last time will be Rise of Skywalker, and that doesn't count.
I sat through more of it than Tom did, and I'm sure even at 3 minutes, Tom wanted his money back.
Luckily, it was free on Disney Plus.
Even still, I would ask for my
and
money.
I still walked out.
You still walked out, yeah.
Like, it's my own house. I don't care. No.
Yeah, I mean, Mark started to say it. Shang-Chi should be like a combination of the Kwai Chang Caine character from Kung Fu and Bruce Lee, because that's how he was written. He was written as a very Buddhist / perhaps Taoist guy who was also the best fighter. Not being smacked around by a girl, who's got.
Well, that was his sister,
yeah. But she didn't have training from like the greatest masters from the time she was 3. Like
she was just watching him train. No, I know there's a lot of flaws in the movie, but there's a lot of stuff that I did like about it. Like
I would say,
I thought the dance when the man, I was gonna say the Mandalorian, the Mandarin meets his bride, like the way they were fighting and dancing. I thought that was a beautiful scene. There's elements of the movie that I really enjoyed, and I thought the last fight battle it was fun and over the top and silly, and it's predictable, but I loved Ben Kingsley as the fake Mandarin. You got that answered from Iron Man 3. So there was a lot of stuff that I really did that I really had fun. Just fun. Yeah, this is a great movie. No, but I had fun with it. Yeah.
For me, it's more personal, I suppose, because I've been doing.
Yeah, you love that character.
Yeah, I've been doing Kung Fu since before you were born.
Yeah.
So I probably have more emotionally invested in it. It would be like if somebody insulted, I don't know, the Deflatriots for you or something,
Yeah.
I threw a little joke in there. So yeah, but I did not think. I thought it was a very generic martial arts movie.
And, yeah, the martial arts. He's not a great martial artist in most of them. Other than that, have you seen that bus scene I'm talking about in Shang-Chi?
I saw the.
That was a pretty fun scene. I thought that was pretty well done.
Looks like standard wire work. It reminded me too much of Captain Marvel.
All right. Well, I enjoyed it. But
yeah. I mean, that's yeah. We all have our own perspectives on it. And I don't want to take away your enjoyment of it.
Yeah, it was good on the big screen too. It was nice to see on the big screen. Yeah.
I just would have liked it to have been more. I don't. Just very quickly, because I was talking. I said how it's very generic martial arts movie. I saw a very interesting YouTube video where they were talking about the fighting style in The Batman. And essentially the guy's thesis was, and with the clips that he used, I think he was right. In The Batman, his fighting style was very vengeful. Like in the first scene where he, beats that guy up and the guy's on the ground, he starts to stand up and then gives him one more punch. Even though the guy wasn't clearly wasn't, wasn't going to get up again. And then they showed the Nolan trilogy, and it's very much in the Nolan trilogy. You say, "Oh, this guy has cool fighting techniques," but in The Batman, it's, "Oh, this guy's really pissed. He's really angry. He hates this dude."
What's the Israeli Krav Maga, or what's the?
Yes, but that's not what they. You're thinking of KC. Was the martial art they used in this? It's a Spanish. I think it was the initials for on the street fighting or something like that. But it wasn't Krav Maga, but I could see where you would get those confused.
Get that feel for that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because they're both two things that were supposedly made for the street taking out anything you would use in competition, and high kicks and that kind of thing.
And the one thing that screwed up in that first fight too is when you think that's Halloween night, and you think the first encounter on the subway platform, and the guy says it's him, but you had to turn your subtitles on. The sound is horrible on that line, so we're like, those guys are shocked. They think it's, at first they think it's just the guy in the Batman costume on Halloween, and then they're like, oh crap, it's him, and he just demolishes everyone brutally on that subway platform.
Right.
So
my point was that fight had, this is going to sound like recycled, but it was almost like the fight was a character. The fight had its own personality, so to speak. And in Shang-Chi, there was no personality to the fights. It was, how can we do some wire work that people haven't seen before? So anyway, I derailed that.
We'll get back to some good FF talk, and I do have some enabling stuff tied to the FF. That's pretty fun to talk. I'm going to open up some of my articles now, but I'm going on Thursday, 5:00. I got my tickets. Tom, are you going to do a show that night, do you think?
Yes. And I should be back on time for a regular show, because my showing is actually, I think, at 2:45.
Oh, so I won't be able to make your show. I'll miss your show probably.
Well, you're an hour. You're an hour behind me, right?
I'll be at 5:00.
Ahead of me.
I'm ahead of you, right?
You might just be getting back as we're going, like just after we get going. Okay. So you might be able to come back at it depends on how late your showing goes, because
the half-hour previews probably.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're gonna have to deal with, but I think the movie itself is under 2 hours, from what I heard.
Okay, under 2 hours. Yeah.
118 minutes is what I heard.
Yeah. And Captain Affinity has got words of wisdom here. He says, clam, anchovies, and pineapple on my pizza all day, every day. Yep. And Sashi's like, you like Aquafina? I'm Asian. I don't like her. I just thought she was funny in that movie. I know most people didn't like her in that, but I thought it was fun. And you like the Hidden Chi Land with Dragons? Yeah, those. I know they were going for the memorabilia there, but that was pretty fun. I thought it was a fun scene, but yeah. Oh, and 11 Alpha just saw Sinners on HBO. Oh, it's on HBO already, not streaming, but regular cable. Didn't it used to take a lot longer than 3 months from release? Wow. Yeah, that's something we could talk about.
Yeah. Tom, I saw that movie more recently.
It's on but on HBO, like not even for rental?
Yeah. Well.
Wow.
Considering how much you pay for HBO on cable.
Wow, that's crazy. That it would already be out on when did that movie open? Like
April?
Wow. That's fast, yeah. Oh, and I just put in the chat. I can't show it because it's here. I'll show just this. I can't play it, but I came across this as I'm randomly going through my articles for the week. But here is what do you guys think, gals? If this was Rogue in the next X-Men movie, that's pretty good cosplay, I think. So there's the link to that.
But I didn't hear your question.
I said, do you think she would make a good Rogue in the next? Yeah, you can't hear anything right now.
I was distracted.
You've gone blind.
What?
Yeah. What?
Person though, painting.
It looks like a painting, but I guess
it's a person. Yeah, I put the link in the chat, so I don't want to play it because it's someone else's YouTube video. But the link is there. Come back in an hour when you're done watching it.
I would bet a fair amount of money that this is not a person, or if it is,
it's a person. No, it's a person. Yeah.
Look at it closely. That looks like a 3D model that's been painted over.
It looks like a person to me. Well, click on it and play it. Yeah.
I can't click on it. So
you can't click on it. Sadly,
you're on your phone. Yep. Sorry.
Play it for just a second.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I should be okay if I do like 1 second.
Yeah, you already linked to her, so.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying AI can't do that, but yeah.
Well, it's a cosplayer, so she's got a track record of cosplaying too. If you happen to click on her other videos, so yeah.
Physics.
So yes, physics. There's some good physics there. So
that's definitely AI. I would bet a large amount of money on this.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go watch it for like the next hour, and we'll see. Decode the Matrix.
skin is that flawless. So,
all right. Well, you can watch it later and let me know what you think.
Sorry, don't mean to.
What do people in the chat think?
Don't mean to be that guy, but I mean, I'm a 3D modeler and animator, so I mean,
yeah. Either way, if that is AI, that's pretty damn good.
I've seen scary good AI.
Yeah.
I think in 10 years, 20 years, actors are going to be replaced.
Unfortunate, right? Yeah.
Yeah. In any event, gentlemen, I am going to go and let you guys have a better discussion without me.
Oh, don't say that. But you're really you want to go watch this video over and over? Just
no,
kidding.
I'm going to try and get up at 5 and go to the gym.
Okay. You're a better man than me. Yep.
I've told Mark this story, but 6-7 years ago, I was pretty muscular. I was lifting weights all the time, and so I had pictures on my phone. And then I became a dad and got fat. My daughter was last year when she was 4, she was able, to scroll through the pictures on my phone, and she found a picture of me when I was working out and I had short hair, and she said, "Who's that?" And I said, "That's Daddy." And she said, "No." And then so a few weeks ago, or I guess it's probably 2 months ago, I said, "Honey, I'm going to start lifting weights again, so I'll be all muscular again." And she said, "No, Dad, I like you fat."
Oh, good. Yeah.
So I'm going to get up at 5 a.m. and hit the gym. So I am going to. It's always a pleasure and an honor, gentlemen. Tom, your impressions are really impressive, dude. I'm impressed by your.
Try.
Yeah, no, very. I do impressions myself. Not as good as you or Mike, but just this week at work, 4 of us were singing the Rainbow Connection as Kermit the Frog. 4 grown people saying,
"No way."
Are there so many? So yeah. So yeah, I'm very impressed by good impressionists, and I'm saying we're impressed too much. But anyway, have a great night, everybody, and thank you for allowing me to sit in.
Thanks a lot.
It was awesome having you. Say hi to Maddie. Yep. Be good.
All right. Good night.
Catch you soon, Steve.
Good night,
I'll tell you how good the FF is next week. Yep.
Sounds good.
Yep. And Lisa said Simu Leo did such a great job in Shang-Chi. He was demoted to the Barbie movie as a backup singer and dancer. And he said some really horrible things. Didn't he try to put someone out of business with selling like bubble tea? What's that tea that they bubble tea or something? Or he said, they shouldn't make it because they weren't Asian.
He badmouthed some company or like
some company
a
or
mom and
something
pop
like
shop or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it turns out that wasn't even an invention,
What's funny is he's Canadian, right? And I guess
Yeah.
Canada doesn't even like him. So
yeah. So craziness. Yep. Oh, and hey, RobAltis is here. How's it going? And at first I thought the new soup suit was okay to me. I love the one from 78. Yeah, the suit kind of grows on you over the course of the movie. I don't think it was as jarring as I thought it would be. Yep. So yep. So here's that link if you want to go check it out. The thing is on YouTube, don't you have to put if it's AI generated, Tom, now, or you can't have any? I guess you can get. Don't they have to?
I think there's supposed to be something or other. I think it mainly qualifies if you're doing like existing people or stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know 100%.
Yep. So
I've just done mostly music. So yeah.
Yeah, you put music. Like, do you have to say the music is AI generated now, or?
I don't think so. I think it's just because I think the way it's worded is it's like if you're doing video of, like if I did
real
a Trump
person.
video or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I would have to. Yeah.
Yeah. Donald Trump, eating eating Captain Crunch or something. So yeah.
Yeah. If I had a video of him going out and saying Superman is an immigrant, or something like that, I'd have to like, probably mark that. But like,
yeah. So RJ Godzilla says, "Yeah, bring her on." Yes. JT says, "This makes me want to drink Sprite for a reason." She has too many bubbles. They would flatten her out, I think. That's my rogue. Yeah, I thought that was a pretty good rogue. JT thinks it's AI. I didn't think it was AI, but I got bad eyes. Yeah. And RJ says, real, you can do a lot with makeup. Yep.
I mean, to me, yeah, it looked more like makeup, maybe mixed with some filters. But I don't know about AI.
Yeah.
Could be wrong.
But just keep watching and let me know what you think. Yeah, RobAltis says bubble tea is from Taiwan. That's right. Yeah, so and his Mandarin sucks, says Steve. Yep. So the other there's some cool enabling stuff. So yeah, as we talk about the Fantastic Four movie, so this I'm kind of peed off about how expensive it is on the flea base sites. I don't know, maybe price will go down now, but the Mego FF, the great characters that I think I only have Johnny, and I think that's actually from Jonathan gave me Cloudby's Mego FF. So let's see, let me show this. So so this, I guess this is in Disney theme parks right now, exclusive, so you can't buy it on the interwebs. And let's see here, why is this not sharing my screen? Picture in picture, come on, there we go. What's going so slow? Having trouble connecting. There we go. Gee, that got slow. So new Disney Store exclusive Fantastic Four Mego set arrives. They bring the world's greatest superheroes to life. So I guess you've got to go to Disney. Maybe Lorena Creel get it for me. The Disney Store exclusive is selling out fast. Can be seen through Disney Shop or Shop Disney for $90. So check Disney parks or Disney stores before they make like the Invisible Woman and disappear. So can you buy this at the Disney Store then? So here's the original. I guess
maybe
this is the
they
original
have it at the stores. I'm trying to remember if the one near me is still open. If it is, maybe if I go near there anytime soon, I can. In fact, the day I go, well, it's kind of out of my way, but the day I go to see the movie, if I have enough time, I can maybe swing that way back through and. Maybe.
So let's see Disney Store exclusive. So it's showing. Oh, oops, page not found. So I guess sometimes they'll sell some of this stuff on this online shop.
That or it's already out, sold out.
Or sold out already. When's this article? July 12th. Oh my God, this is an old article. How did I not know this?
Disnerds, they might know.
Yeah, so have to ask. Yep. And see if anyone get their hand, because I was looking on eBay and it was like $300, $200. So I mean, these original Megos were.
Then yeah, they're probably sold out already.
They got to be sold out. There was a ton of on eBay, so I was like, "Oh crap!" Like I'm owed this, right? It's like if anyone. So they look pretty good. Now the thing was always a joke. It was just hysterical with the thing because Mego didn't have a lot of money, so they just had the head sculpt. And then Brick Mantooth did a great video. I'll put the link in the chat there. But it's like, what does Ben Grimm look like naked under there? So it's just
he's just wearing pajamas on the outside of his rocks.
Yeah. So yeah. So here's the let me put that link in there. So this is Mego FF. I wonder if Lorena is seeing this. I'll have to ask her. I think she was there tonight. Or Dad Man. I don't know how often Dad Man gets there. Yep. And Wes Cagle, member for 19 months, says, all I want for Christmas is good Fantastic Four. Same here. But JT says, don't hold your breath. Yep. So this looks really good. Now, where's the brick? I had a Brick Mantooth video. Let's see if I had that. Did that get saved on here? Oh yeah, here's the review from Brick Mantooth. Yeah, like copy this. Or copy your link URL. Let me put this in. So of course I won't play the video again, but here's Brick Mantooth. So he's one off. He's comparing, I guess, the new to the old, new versus old version. So he's got some awesome old videos. So check him out. So here's his link. Let me put that in the chat for everyone. Brick Mantooth, great guy. So if you haven't subbed to him, make sure you sub. So Tom, did you ever have any of these Megos or?
Growing up, no, but I've bought a few of the what do you call them? Like these here, you know, where they redo them. Like I got
Yeah, the vintage ones. Yeah.
Got a Kirk and a Con, I think. I don't know if I have any more than that or not. I know I at least have a couple.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're fun. Yeah, I just bought Con actually. Con. I think I showed that a few weeks ago. It's hidden. It's got too much stuff in my desk right now. Pull it out. It's covered in stuff. But yeah, so this this is Ben naked. So yeah, they didn't have the money to do the to do the sculptor because they just reuse the other characters. So yeah. So and Brian says, yeah, most park exclusives are not online shop except for initial limited day sale. Yeah, I bought like this really cool Fantastic Four thing sweatshirt, which is awesome. I wear it. Everyone's like, what do you know? I wore it to Comic-Con. It was great. Yeah. So but yeah. Oh, Chow Yung's Fat's Captain So Fong from Pirates of the Caribbean 3 at World's End would have been a better Mandarin. Yeah, we got the fake Mandarin. Yeah. So and JT Kirk says Con, so why don't we play some Con for him? Yep. Where's my damn you StreamYard that I can't organize my clips? Was that driving you crazy too, Tom? That you can't move your clips around? You don't have that many clips on your brands for StreamYard. Oh, the Tom.
I got so many I can never find them.
Yeah, there's a problem. You can't organize them now, right? So yeah. So yeah. Craziness, yep. So yeah, so that looks really good. Now we'll do a couple more enabling items here that I think everyone would enjoy. So of course we've got the Galactus popcorn bucket. Let me put this link in here. So someone did a review of the Galactus popcorn bucket. Let me pause that so I'm not playing their video, but let me give you the link for that one.
Oh, I hate this guy.
You know this guy? Yeah.
I don't know him personally, but
yeah. But look how big this bucket is. It's ridiculous. Like, where the F are you gonna, if you buy this thing, where the heck are you gonna put it? Right? I mean, famous last words, but this thing is freaking massive. I mean, it's insanely big. I mean, it's totally nuts. So, and it's $80 too on top of it. So just I don't know, does anyone in the chat want to buy that, gonna buy this bucket, or would buy it? Or Tom, would you buy this? Or say you had unlimited?
No. If I had unlimited money, maybe.
But yeah, I would. I'm gonna 3D print this sucker. So I found a place where I can buy the 3D print for like $20 and then print it. Yep. So yeah. So I have that thing hoodie. People yell it's clobbering times when I wear it. Yeah. So yeah. Khan got over the chronic fatigue that played him in Space Seed. Yeah. So yeah, I just think so. Let me show the this website is really cool. So this is DOD3D.com. And of course, this is not the Silver Surfer, but I bought a Thing helmet. I printed it. Damn, it came out freaking awesome. I gotta put the magnets in and start painting because I want to have it ready to show before the movie. Of course, my head, it's set for a 24-inch head, but my head doesn't fit in there because I guess maybe my brains are too big or I'm too fat headed. Probably because I'm too fat headed. But yeah, it's. Let me put this link in for this website. So if anyone out there 3D prints, or there's also a discount code I'm going to put in the chat here, or just watch his any of his videos, and you'll see they have a. I guess I can put the discount code. They won't mind. So let me show you the Galactus. So let's do a search here for Galactus. So Galactus popcorn bucket helmet. So for $30, I can print this and probably do a better paint job than the than that popcorn bucket. Yeah, the paint doesn't look great. So, and I guess you can wear this as a helmet too. So you could take that face piece off. Oh, maybe I should get this done before for Thursday and come on the show and and wear this during the show. What do you think, Tom? I could be
Go for it.
Yeah, if I can get this done in time. Yep. I do have the thing one. A thing I'll have to. The damn thing didn't fit on my head though. I was pissed off. So, but yeah, so you can, and I guess you can do it as the popcorn bucket or just as a cosplay helmet. So, pretty darn cool.
Now I want a Batman one like that.
Yeah, let's see if they do have Batman. Let's see. They have DC here. Let's see DC.
I do have a rubber cowl already though. So
yeah, the rubber one. Yeah. Well, here's Batman right here on the top here. So they've got, and he does a lot of suits. So you could buy like a whole, 3D printed suit. Oh, they do have Arkham Knight, Dark Knight. Oh yeah, that is the Dark.
That shit would never fit my face.
Well, you can scale it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose.
Batflick here. The Flash. Oh, the crazy Flash helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the Michael Keaton body armor. God, you imagine 3D printing that? You wouldn't be able to move in it. Dark Knight. Yeah. Oh, Batman Returns. That's pretty.
I'd
cool.
want the one from '89. Yeah.
89. Yeah. Michael Keaton. Yeah. I guess this is the 2023 version. Yep. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But this is pretty good stuff. So yeah, Ben Affleck, Cal. So that's the Batman 2022 movie. That'll never get a sequel. So
well, supposed to be working on
it. Allegedly, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just such cool stuff out there that you can get. Yeah. So yeah, 80. Yeah, Rob, that thing is $80. Yeah. Galactus ate your wallet. Yeah. And Gen X. Hey, Gen X. I'm trying to get good. He's definitely clipping that for Discord. Yep. And RJ goes, I ain't buying an $80 popcorn bucket. What kind of nut job would? Yep. And the other thing that's out now too, or coming out now too, is well, here, let me show you the thing helmet while I'm here. Let's see. Here's the Ben. This is what I bought, and I printed the first version, so looks pretty damn good. So I printed the one with the you got to have the cigar, right? So and you can change the mouth out. So what's nice about these is you have magnets. So if you wanted to like print the movable mouth or print this one or that one, then you can flop out the swap out the pieces. But it said it was for.
This is how Mark suffocated.
Yeah, that was the end of me. Yep. One thing too many. Yep. But I was like, oh crap, it doesn't fit because like the back piece took 22 hours to print actually. So this back piece, so it takes forever to print. So, but really cool. I mean, of course, I haven't painted it yet, but it came out pretty nice. But it was too small for my big fat head, I guess. Yeah. Now the other thing that's coming out too is Hot Toys. I better be careful. I search Hot Toys. That could be dangerous. Fantastic. Right. I mean, what shows up on my screen. So here's IGN. So of course, I already got the big ass Galactus, from HasLab. So they've got a Hot Toys Galactus, and I'm not liking this. I guess this is the movie look with this grid on his face. I don't know what you think about that, Tom, but isn't that creepy?
Whatever.
I guess we're gonna get that in the movie too. Jumbo. What is that? Jumbo 50. What does that say there? Figure? I can't read read what that says there. Yeah.
Jumbo SOF VI figure.
What the hell does that mean?
SoFi?
Soft vinyl? Soft
vinyl? That might be it. Yeah, that's probably what it means.
Yep. Hail to Oliver. And I guess this is going to come with like mini versions of the FF and NORAD maybe fight. I guess that's what it looks like here. Is that the Silver Surfette, or is it Smurfette, or is that? Oh, maybe that's the artist. I don't know. It looks pretty good, but I guess it's going to be in scale with the other 1/6 figures. How big is this sucker going to be? Let's see. Let's go. Too many pictures here, but Galactus Jumbo Sofa. I know what that means. It's different from standard Hot Toys figures. For one thing, it's quite bigger, clocking in at 28 inches tall. It's not nearly as articulated. Only limited movement in the head, waist, and arms to help keep the cost down. Oh, and then they're going to have Julia Gardner's Silver Smurfette. Yep. With Galactus being several hundred feet tall in the film, we don't even want to think about how massive a 1/6 scale Galactus would be. Are you happy to see me? Yep. So they've got 1/6 scale of Franklin Richards here. Let's see this, but let's go to Hot Toys website, I guess. Yep. I don't want to see that. Let's see. Let's go to Hot Toys. Hot Toys themselves. Yep. Oh, here we go. Yep. And of course, the Thing is we've got a new Hot Toys of the Thing. So, well, actually, I do have. This is one thing. I always kick myself for things I didn't do with Mike. I own this FF Deluxe Steelbox set, and if I have time, I'm going to try to review this before the movie. But that was one of the things I wanted to review with Mike. So they're 1/12 scale, so they're a little bit smaller than 1/6 scale, but they're pretty damn nice set. And it's one of the things I was going to do with Mike. You put things off, and you're like, oh crap. So wow, that's went up in price. But the thing is really wild in this set. It's really, really well done. And Mr. Fantastic, there we go, with no mustache, looks really good. So I'll have to review that one. Let's see it. Hot Toys Fantastic Four Thing. Well, this I've got to buy too at GameStop. And come on, Hot Toys. I guess if I just go to Hot Toys. There we go. Do you own any Hot Toys, Tom, or
none officially? No.
No, yeah.
I've got a Axel Foley faux hot toy or whatever you want to call it. That Mikey
okay, like one of the knockoff ones. Yeah. Let's see, just released. It's probably going to show the. Oh, that's cool.
No, these things were always a little bit out of my price range.
Yeah, these are $1,000. Yep. So that's big time money. Yeah. Let's see, where do we have designer toys? Yeah, these are most of the stuff here is pretty big bucks. Let's see, Fantastic Four. I mean, the only thing I own one Hot Toy, John Matrix Commando. One of my friends said, "No, they're coming out with the John Matrix toy." Like, I gotta have this. Yep. So Commando is one of my all-time favorite movies. So, and Lisa's saying, "Sophie, I don't know, Lisa. I'm lost on this one." So let's check out what they got coming here. All right, so they got a First Family art print. I guess these are statues. As far as statues go, they look pretty good. I'm just not sure about, Pedro as Mr. Fantastic, but that looks pretty good as Ben. How much is that? $225. I'd buy that if I had unlimited funds. We're not getting Dr. Doom in the movie, but that looks pretty good. Galactus, $860. Oh my god. Well, he's big. Yep. So I do have the Randy Bowen Galactus figure, which is pretty cool. Let's see what else we got here going. So all right, so here we go. We got Galactus, Invisible Woman, It was the one with Herbie. That's not Herbie. That's that's Franklin. Human Torch. Let's check out the thing here. Oh, they're not showing you much there. It's coming soon. Yep. So oh, this is a good version of the Invisible Woman. Yep. That's a cute one. Yep. But yeah, just at a certain point, you just got oh yeah, Simply Steve. Hey, saying yep, soft final. Yep. Yeah, Oliver. Yes, Superman's making. That's gonna make its money back. I think it's okay. Oh, what's this? A Silver Surfer. Oh, that's a book there. Yep, Marvel Comics book. But for years, the FF and the Thing haven't gotten the love. For a while there too, they actually canceled the FF comic because they're so pissed that Fox had the rights. So yeah. So they canceled the comic for a while, which is crazy. Yeah. Oh yeah, Lilo and Stitch made they made that $1 billion, hit that $1 billion mark. Yep, pretty amazing. Yep. Not bad at all. Yep. 4 digits is too much. Yep. 3 digits is too much. Yep. 11 Alpha says, "Good night, all. Still recovering after getting to the hospital, and the pain is starting to give. Oh no, time to medicate. Well, feel better. Sorry about that, and hope you're on the road.
Yeah, get well, man.
Road to recovery. Yep. So yeah, that sucks, but hopefully you're be doing better. Yep. But yeah, I think these likenesses, these hot toys. I mean, yeah, they're expensive, but that's a pretty damn good likeness too. So I think that looks like Vanessa Kirby. That looks like Vanessa Kirby there, and where's Pedro? Yep, that looks like Pedro, right? So I think the costumes are pretty good too. I'm liking the that retro look. I think it's pretty well done. So I think that's pretty fun. So we're just piling up a lot of enabling here, and I think we'll do some foodery in a bit. But this is the other item that I've got to have. Did you have any of these corgis, Tom, growing up, or
no? In fact, I think you were the first person who ever told me about corgis before. I never even knew about them. They were new to me.
So if you were a kid in the 70s, this was like, and it was really tough to get the geek and nerd, stuff. So you had those Migos, right? And then you had the Batmobile, which I did buy. That I got the Batmobile, the Repro Corgi Batmobile. I never had it. I had the Bond car, and the Batboat. Like you always had the rich kid friend who had like everything, or So, but this is just so sweet. So, Corgi Club. It's one of those where like the Columbia House, where you can subscribe for a penny. Well, it's not a penny, but they'll send you a new car every month, and I think you can skip it. But you know what happens? You forget to skip it, right? So, yeah. So this Batboat, and so it attaches to the Batmobile. So if you've got both, but you couldn't get a lot of stuff as a kid that was geek and nerd related. So, you could get Hot Wheels or Matchbox cars or things like this, but the toys were few and far between other than Migos. So yeah, so it attaches to the coupler there. Oh, hey, Courtney's here. Hey, Courtney.
Hey, how are you doing?
Doing good. Do you have a Batboat?
Can you hear me okay? Do I have a Batboat? No, you're looking at toys. I'm really excited though. Hi, chat, and hi, Tom. Hi, Mark.
So Lisa says Bat Tom needs a Batboat.
Damn right. But I want more of a bat yacht. Okay? You can't fit a bunch of chicks on that thing. Look at it.
Tom, I was just watching an old birthday stream, and you were right in the beginning as Bat Tom. And I was like, I totally forgot he had done that. And then that was brought up. That's really funny.
Right? Pretty awesome. Yep. I love Bat Tom. Bat Tom's the
Good
best.
old Bat Tom.
Yep.
I don't remember that. For you, it was the most important day of your life. For me, it was Tuesday. Sorry, I had to
you.
do that.
Thank you.
The Street Fighter bit. The day Bad Tom graced your presence. Yes.
It was a great day. It was a great day. Yeah, yeah.
It was.
So here's what. So you can join this membership club. I don't get any kickbacks from this, but yeah, there's a Batmobile, and they just came out with the Yellow Submarine. That's another one I gotta buy. Yep.
That's cool.
Club membership.
You showed
is
me that
free.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're a Beatles fan, yep. Join now without any commitment to receive both of these gifts. Yep. So the Bond, of course, that classic James Bond, and this I had to buy. It's like as soon as I saw it, I'm like, I'm not missing out on the Batmobile. Not gonna happen. Yep. So yeah, just really great stuff. So let's see what do they have. That's diecast collection. Yep. And their license, license reissues. That 66 Mustang would be great to get. Yeah. But that was our and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Oh, it's like that I gotta get in the Yellow Submarine. I put that on my birthday list and didn't come through. So I gotta have that too. So there's a lot of things I gotta get. Not enough money, not enough time, not enough space. And the other thing that's out now, the tricorder from the Wand Company. So let's see if it's sold out, everyone, on IGN. So remember we've been showing these this tricorder. Tom, have you been on when I've been talking about this or
I
showing
think at
this?
least once, maybe. Yeah.
Right. So this sucker looks like a little mini computer. These guys did the most incredible, amazing job. So what they've been doing, they've been putting it on Amazon, and it like sells out within like 5 minutes. So there was a wait list that you could put your name in, to buy this thing. And
what is it exactly?
The tricorder from Star Trek. So it's yeah, so it's like they found they had one of the original ones and they scanned it and just did an amazing job of recreating this prop. So they're selling it at IGN in the Star Trek shop, and I guess these it sold out on IGN. But I was pissed off because I had a lot of gift cards from Amazon that I've been saving up, and then every time I've gone to buy this on Amazon, it's been sold out.
Oh no! Go figure, right?
Go figure, right? Yeah. So, but eventually I got to get my hands on this. This just looks freaking amazing. So let me go to the Wand Company here. If you haven't signed up to get it, I mean, just like the ultimate collectible. God damn, don't give me this AI search here. What does that go to the?
Doesn't Amazon let you pre-order?
Well, what they're doing is they're sending you an email if you're on the list to buy it, and what's happening is just selling out so quickly because it's so damn
You have to be
cool.
on top of it. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
You would think they'd let you pay and then just when it comes in.
Yeah, they're doing that. Yeah, yep. So, but this is just the ultimate. This thing is just Star Trek fans' dream. It's just and the work they did to really recreate this and package it, and we've been talking about it, and when we did the clubhouse where Raquel and Mike were going crazy over this, and yeah, see they were using the 3D scanner, and this is an engineering tool here. So this Absolute Arm. So what you do, it's hooked up to a CAD system, and you touch the item. The item has to be locked down, and it'll give you the exact coordinates of the item. And here's another scanner. I guess that's that scanner here. There's two kinds. There's one that physically touches, and I guess this one is using infrared scanning. It looks like, yeah, laser scanning head. So, and this was Greg Jane, who is a super amazing prop maker for Star Trek, and passed away, I think, within the last year. And actually, Gary Ambrosia was able to get some stuff from Greg Jane from his the auction, and actually, I think they were throwing out a lot of stuff that they didn't think that would was junk, and they were finding some amazing things in there. So in West Coast, I have one of those tricorders in the attic or the storage unit from the 70s when it was about 8. I'm not sure if it's as cool as this one. That was probably, I'm guessing, one of those cheap plastic toys from back in the day. I did have that set, and I think it got thrown out, but it was like a utility belt with a tricorder. That was pretty, as a kid you thought it was awesome, but yeah, nothing like this. Is an actual working computer. This is insanely good. So and I got the communicator to go with it. I never got the phaser. I missed out on getting the phaser, but yeah, this is like the ultimate Star Trek collectible. So really
I can't
amazing.
believe you threw anything out and you don't still have it. Your original.
Yeah, well, I think that got broken or some. Yeah, it's very rare that stuff gets thrown out. But I remember they had it was like a Star Trek utility belt in the 70s. Let's see, Star Trek utility belt kit. Of course, I spelled utility wrong. Yeah, here 76. Yeah, so this. Oh, come on, that's just they just have the disc there. I don't want to see that. Let's see images. Oh, Remco. Yeah, Remco Star Trek utility belt. Let's see here. Here it is. Here's one here. I'm pretty sure I had this as a kid. $649. Mom, can you go buy everyone
moly.
in the store? So Wes, this might that might be what you had, but yeah, the phaser that shoots, and that was the tricorder there. But yeah, to have this original in the box too. It's how much was it? $100 each, or is that $10? It's got to be $10, or it's got to be $10, not $100 or $1. But yeah, pretty cool retro toy. Yep. And Donnie says, yeah, I love how the TOS tricorder looked enhanced and augmented. I love how it added the next gen vibes. Yep. So, well, that's a good segue to Star Trek then. Tom, you're not watching any of Strange New Worlds, I'm assuming, right?
No, I have not seen any of Strange New Worms.
None of Strange New Worms, right? Yep.
Worms.
Just who needs a Superman knife? And what does Superman need with a knife? Someone sent me this as a joke. But my screen is going crazy here.
There's actually a Superman knife, or is that a spoof that they? That's ridiculous.
Superman knife, yeah. Show tonight. Bread knife, yeah, that'll go over well. Yeah. So
who knows? People will buy anything.
Yeah. Well, here, and let's before we do Strange Nude Worms, let's quickly show who's coming to Terrificon and see if. So this is at Mohegan Sun, August 8th through 10th, which is coming up pretty damn soon here, and really great show. I mean, in some ways it's better than New York Comic Con because it's a little bit smaller, and it's pretty cool. They're gonna have a lot of Fantastic Four stuff here this month, I'm sure. So let's see who film, TV guests, right? So let's just pretty decent list here of who's going to be here. So Kehu Kwan, of course, Short Round is going to be there. Haley Atwell from Captain America, Mission Impossible. How do you say Tyler's last name? Tyler Hoechlin? Is that Hoechlin?
Hoechlin, it looks
Hoechlin,
like.
I think. Yep. So we're gonna have him from Superman. Hoechlin, yep. Elizabeth Tulloch from also Superman, Lois, Grimm, and then this was the one of the Super Sons on the show, Alex Garfin, Michael Cudlitz, Walking Dead, of course. He was a popular character on The Walking Dead until he got killed off, and he was also on Superman and Lois. Yep. Karen Allen. I got to get my picture taken with Karen Allen. That's pretty awesome to have Karen Allen there. Yep. So Carl Lumbly, he was really good, and as much as I didn't like the Captain America movie, I thought he did a great job in Winter Soldier and Brave New World. Yep. So Superman Knife Clark just uses laser vision. Yep. Doug Jones, who phenomenal actor. Of course, we got him as a Silver Surfer there. God, he looked good as a Silver Surfer. Henry Thomas from E.T. Billy Zane, Titanic and the Phantom. We've got, let's see, who else would we? Well, Mitch Pileggi from, of course, X-Files. Of course, you go broke trying to get your picture taken with all these people. Oh, no. Anthony Carrigan can't be there, so he can't make it. So Metamorpho cannot be there. But we do have Michaela Hoover there, who was Cat Grant. John Wesley Shipp. And, of course, Lee Majors, right? I got to get my picture taken with the $6 Million Man, right? Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Right? And Lindsay Wagner. So for 150 smack rolls, which is a lot less than $6 million, you can get it. Yeah, yeah.
Is that what she looks like still? Like these are the current pictures? Like I'm not on the left, but on the right, she looks great.
Yeah, yeah. Yep, and I think Tom has to head out. I always keep Tom way too late, so Tom has got to get some rest.
Yeah, I'm
right,
starting
Tom?
to doze a bit.
No, go. Yeah.
But no, thanks for having me now that Courtney's here to check in.
Yeah.
Courtney
can keep me going. Yep.
I know everything about Star Trek, don't you know? But I'm here.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. But thank you for that awesome video, Tom. They shared that here. That was a lot of fun. That was great. So everyone go like, share, and subscribe that video, because we joke about that, but if you guys that are watching, go share that YouTube video. It does help the channels when you or leave a comment on something. The analytics do make a difference there. So. But I assume you're talking FF and Superman box office tomorrow in the morning show, or
probably at least Superman box office for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And FF, I guess, is just a preview.
Well, that's this week, so yeah.
Yeah. that'll come up. It'll come
that's
up
Thursday. It comes out, so yeah, we'll be talking that on Midnight's Edge After Dark for sure, and probably a Friday morning show. So yeah.
Yep. So
until then.
All right, Tom. Well.
Take care.
I'll see you soon. Guys. Yep. Thanks for being here. Yep. Take care, Tom.
Bye, Tom.
So let me put everyone's sub to Tom here, of course, I know, but let me put Tom's link in the chat here.
I was gonna say, if anyone doesn't know Tom by now.
Yeah, I mean everyone's but I gotta you gotta do that. Yeah. Let's put Midnight's Edge After Dark. Of course, I'm sure everyone everyone sub to Tom, and if you're not, make sure. I put it in the private chat.
Did you? I'm sub to him, but thank you.
Yeah. All right, so let's get back to who's in Terrificon here. Amelia Terra from a lot of Baldur's Gate people. Yeah, they do have a lot of voice actors there, so.
From Rugrats, wow, that's a blast from the past.
Rugrats, yep. She's got the same blonde hair, yep. That's Phil funny. Lamar, Pulp Fiction, Futurama. Oh shit, Tom left.
And Tom did just leave. That's
left.
so
I
funny.
forgot this is what I wanted to show Tom. Yeah, I'll show him next week. So Robbie Rist, yeah, that's what I was getting to. Yep, I felt bad because he was getting tired. Yep, Kevin Scott. Ernie Reyes Jr. I don't know if Tom has met these people yet. James Sato. So, great. You can get your picture with all the turtle actors there. Yep. I love being a turtle fan. Cowabunga. Right?
My brother was on to the Turtles. I was a little old, I think, for that. I just missed it. But I remember a ton of it, and they loved pizza.
Oh, of course, they love pizza. Yeah.
Wise man say forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for late pizza. Cowabunga!
All right. Yeah. So, yeah, Brian Tochi. I got more voice actors here. Voice of Minnie Mouse. Larry Kenny, very famous. The Thundercats.
Oh, wow.
Thundercats, ho! Ming Chen. I got to meet him a few times, and he was fun because he pulled me over because of wearing Clobby's Thing shirt. So it struck up a conversation. And I got a selfie with him, and yeah, I posted that last year. Yep.
I remember you talking about that.
Yeah. Oh, Celebrity Deathmatch, Carl Polino. Yeah, that was a great show. I remember that show.
That was an awesome show.
Yeah. Gary Summers, King of Pop Culture, Antiques Roadshow, Besties, a sci-fi rock opera. Yep.
I used to watch Antiques Roadshow on PBS. I don't even know if it's still on.
Do you know this guy, Dave Elfison from Megadeth? You ever hear of him?
I've
Just
heard
kidding.
of him, but
Bassist and founding member of Megadeth. Yeah. No, I'm just because you can't.
He's no Dave Mustaine.
No Dave Mustaine. Ooh. So yep. And Donnie says, yeah, most recent Star Trek merch was Fan Home's Enterprise G XL module. Yes, I understand the complaints from those who despise it, even though I love that module. Enterprise G I thought was pretty cool. Yep. Yeah, and Brian says, yeah, Tomy announced the diecast one. Oh my God, they announced the D7. Oh geez. Oh God. I don't. There's not enough money in the universe. Oh, the D7. That's so cool. Yeah, because I may have ordered the Tomy Enterprise. So this is going to be the original series version. Okay. Yep. If you scan Tellurian, does it detect him as a Sporocystian life form, aka a Q? Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Yep. In a second. Yeah. $10 in the 70s was not. That's true. Actually, you're right, Rob. Yeah, $10 wasn't too cheap. Yep. I lucked out and found the phaser and communicator Best Buy on sale. I had to buy both of them, never had that opportunity. Yeah, I remember I saw the phaser on sale, like, Best Buy, and I'm like, I don't need it. And it was actually a remote control, like you could use a remote control. I'm like, oh, this is probably wonky. But then when I really looked into it, I'm like, oh, this is good. And it was like, they had it for like $80 or something, or $50. Oh, thank you, Brian. I'll get that link up. Yep. And yeah, it was just, I was like, oh, when you see something, like, oh, I should have bought it. That was silly. Yep. And Oliver's saying a handful of people say they've seen the FF in advance and claims one of the Marvel's best film to date, but I'm kind of skeptical. Yep. Wes says Pizza Dude's got 30 seconds. Yep. And Donnie is saying, I must go now as well. Thank you all. Have a great week. And remember, no matter what side we're on, we're all human beings. I love you all. Well, great sentiment, Donnie. Yep. Oh my God, I gotta get this Tomy page here. Oh, Brian just sent this. Yep. Oh no. I'm just saying, oh no, because it's probably gonna be looking amazing. Well, let me finish let's finish showing Terrificon here. So they've got Chris Poland from Megadeth. And,
I was going to comment on the that bass player, but he got kicked out of the band. That's all I'll say.
He got kicked out. Okay.
For reasons of not good.
Yep. So anyway, so here's Terrificon. So if you're gonna go to Mohegan Sun, you can get clam pizza there. It's gonna be an awesome day. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be huge. I copied over the wrong tab there. Sorry.
And you could get a Superman knife somewhere.
Yeah, Superman knife. Yeah. There we go. How long have I been doing this? Right. Yeah. Let me get my tab back up here. There we go. Let's make this full screen.
StreamYard is even different. I didn't even know it.
Yeah, they keep changing things. Yeah. Let's just make this full. Oh my God. Bring home the official 1-350 battle cruiser replica from Tomy. Now this is going to be a lot easier for them to do in terms of balancing this model up because of the weight distribution. That's a big problem with the Enterprise. It's just that saucer section is so heavy, and to get that, to line up. Oh my God!
How to print it? We know you.
Hopefully, it should be cheaper. It's a crowdfunding. Oh my goodness gracious! Yeah. Let's see. They're showing. Oh, and they've got the shuttlecraft, like you said, Brian. Thank you for sending that, Brian. Yep. Oh, that Rob is talking about. Yeah, it's excellent. Also scanned from a hero's screen. Use phaser. Yeah, I didn't realize it when it came out that it was available. That phaser was available to buy. It was silly that I didn't. Yep. Original series screen model. The lighting looks really cool. I love that green lighting. That's cool. But it was gray, but just to have that cool lighting. Yep. So I wonder if it's going to be any cheaper, because the Enterprise was damn expensive. This is a lot easier model to make. There was a paint job and lighting. Not saying it's not, not beautiful work, but from opening the shuttle bay to spotlight display base, every feature delivers the accuracy and craftsmanship true collectors expect. I mean, you can build your own 1/350th model. One of the things, the die-cast models have seams, so that's something that you hope that they minimize these. I guess the light base is USB-C powered. All right. Is there a price on this sucker? I guess they're going to have lights, and they should have sound effects, hopefully. Yep. Prototype subject to change. So they don't say how much. They don't know what this is going to cost. Or they might not have a price yet, but for
crowdfunding.
Yeah. Oh, 2 versions: screen gray and the original concept green. Oh, okay. Yeah, because the original concept was like a green, that kind of green color there. Yeah. Very, very cool. Yep. Interesting. All right. Well, I'm going to put my name on that. If I can get that, we're going to fit that. But if I did get it, the other thing they should do is make these so you can, I guess they're die cast, but if they made them so you could hang these, that would be pretty, from the ceiling, like the Playmobil Enterprise. That would be pretty cool. Yep. So let me put my name. I'm going to put my name in off.
You're signing up.
Yeah, sign up. Yeah. Damn you, bro.
Hi, if you didn't leave already.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up to the chat. Keep the chat. Let's see. Is this my email address? You bastards. Join the wait list. I don't know. Yeah, so the original concept. So the original screen and then the original design. Very cool. Yep. What variant do you prefer? Oh my God, $700.
Sorry.
$700.
He has to have
original
it though.
Concept on original TV series screen model. Oh, $700. The price went up. I don't think it was as expensive as the Enterprise. I think was the Enterprise cheaper, or was it $700? Yeah, so let me show this. Once you sign up, let me pull this back over here. So let me share this. Yep. What would you like to include in your order? Original series, original concept design, or both? Yep. I know. I would think I would go with the original, the screen model, over the just because that's that's what you've seen. The concept is pretty cool. The coloring's a little bit better, I think, with that green coloring. But
if it's what you're used to seeing, I can understand that too. Like with the screen model. But the green does look cool.
Yep. We'd like to connect with you. Share your social media handle if you'd like to be in touch. Yeah. You want me to send me one to review?
We want $1,400 if you want both.
$700. I can almost buy my own shit for that. We don't need to sit here and take this. Well, that's the thing too. Like, you can build. I mean, if you're not a model, if you're a model maker, you could build a 1/350th, and this is I'm not saying it's super easy, but it's easier than the Enterprise in terms of the paint job on this. It's a lot simpler. So yeah,
Well, I was
so
joking, saying you'll figure out how to 3D print it eventually.
oh yeah, no, I
anyway.
could 3D print this, or you can buy the 1/350th model. There's some beautiful models with lighting kits already, but this is made out of metal, so it is, the tooling that goes into this. 700 is, a lot of money, but if you're making a custom machine, I sell some custom machines that we make, and they're like $3,000 to $4,000. That's all handmade stuff. So yes and no. I mean, I don't know how many of these are going to make. And you get into quantity, yeah, you get the price down, but the tooling is what's expensive. So you got to make tooling for these things, and that costs a lot of money. Then paint it and advertising, marketing. So I'm not saying it's out of line, but it's just it's expensive. This is expensive hobby, and the thing is, sucker is huge too. So, and Brian
Don't tell Mark's wife, everybody.
Yeah, don't have their TOS Enterprise. Order their TM. I did order the TMP Enterprise, Brian. Yep. So I didn't order the. I'm probably not going to order this too, but I guess if you had the TOS ship, the two of these would go together. What I really want is a freaking Reliant. Like, let's do the Reliant to go with the ship. We don't have a lot of Reliant, so we got a small one from Eagle Moss, but no big Reliance. Of course, you can do the big model. Buy the big model, but yeah. So God, $700. Yeah. Well, it's an expensive thing to make and produce. So yeah. So the motion picture one. Let's see here. Still waiting for. So look at the. Just compare the motion picture one here. Just the work and the paint that goes into this one versus that.
Oh wow.
Klingon. Now I guess they're gonna fix this so it's not at an angle like that. But that's the problem with the Enterprise. It's just so damn heavy. And the weight offset there. Yeah. It was $700. Yep. Yep. So, but just a lot more, looks like a lot more detail to me in terms of production. So it's moving to production, fully funded. Yep. 1/350th scale. I don't know where the F I'm going to put this thing, but
I was going to say, you're running out of room everywhere, probably.
my office is small. Once those tools are made, it's pretty quick to just press it out. Yeah, definitely run. Yeah, but you just got to sell. You got to get your investment back. That's the trick. Yeah. So yeah, if you don't make enough of them, it's too expensive too. Infinity says Kirk. Hey, TZ Burton.
Hi, TZ. Have you added anything new to your office? Speaking of.
Oh, I'm always adding things new. Yeah.
I always like to look at it.
Yeah.
Show us.
I got some new action figures. I got I'm just so behind in doing videos, but I got Guardians of the Galaxy. I got Yondu. I got who else did I get here? Oh, I got the original Loki, the classic Loki.
Are you showing us, or are we not?
Well, no, I will. Yeah, I don't have my camera set up yet, but
oh, gotcha.
I will have to do it. Like, I'm just showing you, a couple of things I just got, and I'm of course always 3D printing stuff. Yep. Brian saying, yeah, I would get it if I had the TOS Enterprise. Yep. Yeah, Reliant will come probably in the future along with Excelsior. Yeah, they got to get that Reliant. Yeah. And Lenron says that angle looks kind of cool. It's not bad, but I always want to see the Enterprise kind of swooping up versus swooping down. I don't know if you could rotate it around, but I think they're going to get rid of that. Yep.
All the lights look really cool.
Oh, and Oliver says the bullwhip used by Harrison Ford in Indy 3 has been sold at Heritage for $525K.
What?
But way back, Ford eventually donated the whip to Princess Diana, probably for some of her peace groups. Yep, or she was big on stopping landmines.
Way back in 1989. I
Yeah,
was in
yeah,
middle school already.
yeah,
You were probably in high school or college.
yeah. Oh, that's cute. Back to the
Oh, those are
Future,
cute.
Chibi style. Yep. Out of Time. Yep. Fast and Furious, My Hero Academia, Limited Vintage. Yep. There's the Enterprise there. Yep. And the TOS, the original model. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Look at
So
the
this was
DeLorean.
wild.
Sorry, I got
Yeah, the
excited about the DeLorean.
DeLorean. Yeah. And Wes K goes, I'd like to get the Enterprise B Excelsior class. It's my favorite Enterprise. So I do own the Diamond Select, and was it Playmates or who? I have two of. I guess I have the Diamond Select Enterprise B, and then I think one of them I have the Excelsior. Unfortunately, the electronics in my, what do I have up there? Is that the Excelsior or the B?
We wish you had your camera on now.
I'm looking
we all want to
at
see.
it. Well, you guys have seen that before. Let me see. So in my office, that's the B that's hanging. I think in the other room, I think I have the Excelsior, which was the play. I keep saying Playmobil with the Playmates. Yep. So I was 2 years out of high school already in '89. I was at class.
Thank you for making me feel better.
Yeah. Lenra was 3 back in '89. Yep.
Okay,
And
that didn't make me
JT
feel
Kirk
better.
wants me to play something here, I think.
No bloody A, B, C, or D.
Sure, yeah. Marty, did you talk to him? Did you change anything? No. But my mom wants to get it on. So this I think was pretty successful. It's not working. Oh well. There we go. Got it. Yep. So there are 2,500 of these sold, raised almost $2 million.
Wow.
Closed 1,000 days ago, and people got these toys. So there was a little screw up with some of these toys, and oh, look at that blue neck there. That was a joke with Raquel. We had that fun with the blue neck from the Smithsonian on the Enterprise. So, but yeah, I think they did a pretty amazing job. I don't like the base. I don't like when they have that base is a little bit too complicated there. I don't know if they changed that up or did something different, and they had some poles holding the front up. So they had some problems with some of the seams, I think, but I think they got it all. I think they got it all resolved eventually. So, but yeah, really cool item to own. Yep, especially with the bridge there. So, and I think they listened to fans and they worked on things. Yep. Fix things, yeah, and they moved the seams, yeah, so you wouldn't have the seam going through the name there. Yep. So that's on its way out. Yeah. Blue neck, yep, definitely. Hey, your old toys, how's it going? Great to see you. Yep. That was funny. Yeah, that show with Raquel with the blue neck, and Mike and I were teasing, but they did find the blue paint. They did the analysis and they did find some blue paint on there. So, yep. For $2,000, get the heck out of here. You know how much vodka I buy for $2,000? Yeah. For sure. Lots, right? Yep. So, let's see here. Let us check out. What else did I have on my list for tonight? I always have a good list of stuff to talk about. Let's see what else did I have on my geekery list. Well, why don't we do some food now? I guess everyone's probably
I'm starving.
Not too hungry, right? Yeah. Let me go to my food photos here. Yeah. Let's see here. Why don't we show some food? Now this is gonna make me really hungry too. Yeah. And Rob said I could buy a lot of models for $2,000. Yep. So let's do some food because we did have some good pizza last night, and that's gonna make me damn hungry again. Yeah. So Let me pull this over to the other screen here. Go full screen.
Van Rad
All
says
right,
foodery.
Foodery, yeah.
Foodery time.
And Brian, the TOS goes for 3,500 to 5,000 now. Holy smackerels! Wow. Yeah, I mean it is a beautiful model. So, but wow, that much, wow. So thank you, of course, to Clobber and Times for doing the this eatery. Here's his Sunday Night Eatery. Let me take, and of course, thank you to Gwagnar, who also did this amazing thing.
Yeah, I remember when he made that.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yep. So, all right, here we go.
Wasn't he telling us like he had to make the pizza box separate and like he was explaining
it's
it to us?
amazing work. Yeah, no,
it's really cool.
No, it's incredible work. Yeah. Oh, that's from last week. That was the Jaws Jaws theme.
Oh, that's cool. I missed that. That's awesome.
Cool. Yeah. Oh, that's just a taco. Yep, nothing too. That actually doesn't look good there. It tasted a lot better.
Nothing is just a taco.
Yeah.
They're delicious.
That was my mostly healthy chicken wrap. Yep.
That looks nice.
I didn't get the hamburger. Yep. And that was just, we had barbecue, so that was. It doesn't look. Some of these pictures don't look good. I agree.
They look delicious to me. Is that cornbread and mac and cheese and pulled pork?
Cornbread. It's actually pulled chicken. Pulled chicken.
Nice.
Pulled chicken. Yep. And Wes Kegel's putting the clams in. Yep. Putting the clams in. Yep. These were burnt ends, which were pretty damn good. Yep. Burnt ends were very, very tasty. Yep. They were good. Yep. Good stuff. Yep. And that's the mac and cheese. Mac and cheese obviously was very good.
Yummy.
You don't need the breadcrumbs on it, but it's okay. Yep.
I love breadcrumbs on mac and cheese. I think they're delicious.
You like it? Yeah. It makes it fancier, I guess, right? Yep. Now these piri cocktail, smoky and spicy snack mix. Damn, these are these are so damn good. Almost all gone there, but man, those were some tasty nuts. They were good. So
all of those,
I took a picture so I could buy it again. Yep.
Yeah, all of those fancy, like things like that. They're always expensive, but once you try it, you're like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was really good.
So
yeah.
Yummy.
And then we went to a retirement party last night for my friend, who was a librarian in the school, and she's retiring. So they hired the New Haven pizza truck, which is a truck from New Haven making New Haven pizza. God, if Nick Weiser would have loved
that
it, because they were so
good.
There were like 20 extra pizzas left, and they were giving pizza for people to take home, like take a pizza home. And like it was a nonstop eating. So like Nick would have like bankrupted the party probably. So the pizzas just kept coming out, and damn, they were good.
The crust especially if you like so good.
Style. Oh yeah, it was wonderful. So,
with the bubbles and stuff, that looks like perfect. We don't get pizza like that out here.
Yeah,
I miss East Coast pizza.
This was meatballs, and I don't think I grabbed that. I want to say mashed potatoes, like some funky stuff on the pizza, but it was really good. It might have been cheese. This is just loaded with everything on there. It was good, and that's got mashed potatoes on there and bacon. Just some funky pizzas. Yeah, it was just. I'm getting hungry looking at that now.
That's making me very hungry.
Making you very hungry, right? Yeah. So this is good. Yeah, really gourmet pizza, as Wes Kegel says. Yep. So the pizzas kept like just flying out. So like it was a big party, like 80 to 100 people, I'm guessing. And maximum drool. Yep.
Yes.
It was a wood-fired oven. Yep. I'll show you that.
Yeah, that's the best way. Yeah.
Yep. So I was. And they had salad there too. No one was eating the salad, but I was. My friend, we were talking. When you're talking at a party, and one of my friends, he like kept going back and bringing pizza over and giving it to us to eat. So that's the oven back. You'll see a better picture of the oven.
Wow!
All the fixings bar here and everything packed up into the truck really well, but it was just one oven. So I don't know if they started cooking earlier, but the pizzas were, or maybe they could fit more than one. I'm guessing maybe more than one pizza in the oven. I don't know. I didn't pay attention.
Yeah,
As
they
they were
can
cooking.
usually put a bunch in, like, like in a
Yeah, if
circle
it's
or
big
something,
enough.
and they move them around like with the time. If you've ever
Yeah,
watched,
so
like,
I think. Yeah, I know. Like Pepe's, yeah, they fit more than one in there. So I'm guessing maybe they could fit more than one in this big oven. But they had this cool pizza truck.
I wonder how
Like,
much that cost to get a
yeah, it was.
wood-fired oven truck.
So this pizza was my favorite. This was actually sweet potatoes
Ooh.
and caramelized onions. And what the heck was on that? I couldn't stop eating that. I had like a bazillion pieces of that one.
That
And
looks really
it
yummy.
was just so, it like doesn't seem like it'd be good, but man, it was good. Yep. But like,
I
who's
love
this
sweet
weird guy
potato.
taking pictures of all our pizzas? Yep. But they kept doing all, different kinds of pizzas, and it was just so good. I mean, they also did like, just plain, they did some cheese, they did some, simple pizzas too, but they were working hard. Yeah. So, so there's the New Haven pizza truck. Yep. So that was pretty phenomenal. I think, do I have any more pizzas? Yeah, there's some more, more pictures there. So, that was a super good pizza. Yep. Yeah.
The whole concept of like a wood-fired oven in a vehicle just doesn't seem possible for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, how did it not explode?
And they do have clam pizzas. But I should have asked the guy, do you have any? They weren't making them, but I should. You could order, like, I guess for the party, you can say which pies you want. But yeah, I didn't pay. I was hanging out with friends, so I didn't pay attention as much as what they were cooking. But it was margarita pie. I should have grabbed a piece of that. That looked good too. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks real. That's a good looking one.
And then what was this one? This was mushroom.
Mushroom.
And
That's
the guy
my
was really
favorite.
nice. Yeah, the guy was really nice too. If you're asking, like, he would tell you what was on it. That was mushroom and
Mushroom and
artichoke.
like
Yeah.
or something with goat.
Yeah, it looks like you could fit a couple of pizzas in here at one time. Yep. So it's a big truck too. I mean, it's a big, and they had everything like would fold up into it, and the tables would fold up. They had a coffee machine. Yeah. So this was an expensive truck. Yeah. 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 Damn, they bring the pizza here to you. Cool. Yeah. Don't tell the EP about a wood-fired truck. Yeah, well, actually, in New York, they've got to put all these smokestacks on now. They're bankrupting some of the coal-fired pizza places because they had to add all these filters to the ovens, and yeah. So that looks pretty big. Yeah, there's your wood-fired oven there. Yep.
That's amazing.
Yep. I think they're about $1,500 to hire to come, plus travel time to come to your party. So it ain't
just
cheap.
have them over for Sunday dinner,
Yeah, just have them over for Sunday. Yeah, yeah.
And give everyone free Star Trek toys for $700.
Yeah. All right. So that's the pizza, but that was, I mean, that was good. It was like all you could eat. Yep, yep.
See, that looks good to me. Is it salmon?
That
Or
was my salmon
salmon.
tonight. Yeah, salmon. Yep, salmon. Yep. Oh,
Absolutely.
Leonard says a wood-fired pizza truck that goes around this area as well, but I don't think they serve clam here. LOL. Yep. Let me put their website up on the. Not that you guys live near here, but so it's on the video. So it's newhavenpizzatruck.com. Let me put that in New Haven Pizza Truck.com. Yep.
I'll have to ask my aunt if she's heard of it because she's right around there too.
Yeah. And I guess my friend who retired was actually from New Haven, or grew up in New Haven. So she's like, I have to have New Haven pizza. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah. Yeah, it does look great, doesn't it? Yep, yep.
It looks so good.
Oh, Caleb says my dad has a friend that builds mobile pizza trucks here in KC. Wow, yep. Oh, don't tell Hank Hill either. Yeah, he wants propane accessories. And Teasy said, this looks like heaven. Yep. It was pretty good. Yep, yep. Infinity says, "Where are the pineapple?" You know, I don't know if I should have taken a picture of the. I didn't get a picture of the Fixins bar.
There was one that had
There's
pineapple.
the
It looked like a piece of one. It looked like
I
it
don't know
had
if they
pineapple.
did, but this was their Fixins bar here. I should have gone to take a picture of the Fixin bars, but yeah, it was a great setup, and they really did a great job. like, oh, more pizza, more pizza. That one looked good. So, and it was like it was, you could just keep eating the pizza. Like you didn't have to stop. It was like, and some of these parties where it's like they never have enough pizza or whatever it is. It's like, you're like, oh, gotta get, wait for the appetizer. Like 5 and 10 minutes, I'll get a pig in a blanket, right?
And this one, you were just being stuffed the whole time.
Yeah, you could eat as much as you want. Yep, yep.
It's like going to my my Italian step grandmother's house when she was still alive.
Right? Great
You'd be
stuff.
stuffed no matter what.
Totally.
Hi, Mark.
Right? Yeah. And he says, "You seem to have a habit of making me starving after midnight every week." Yeah. Damn you, Mark. Yeah. Sorry about that, but yeah, it's really, really, and it was really good pizza. I can't stress enough how good it was too. Like, I'm killing you all out there. Yeah, yeah. So
hi, Hell dear.
And West Kegel says New Haven, Connecticut. Yep. So that's the famous home of Yale University, and some great bars and places there. Yep. So this is not as exciting.
That's where a lot of my family works too at Yale. Which is funny.
Yeah. And yeah, so my wife had we just ordered takeout tonight, but it was I had salmon and she had salmon burger.
Yum.
So not a great picture, but yeah, that's so that's the food. That was the food for the weekend. But the pizza was the star there. Yep. Good God, you're still legging it? Yes, I am. I am. Yep. And TZ says we have a great pizza place in my town,
Verrazano's
in Federal Way, Washington. Awesome. Isn't that where Donnie Marshall is? Not Danielle Marshall, but Donnie Marshall, who played for UConn on championship team in 1999. And he also does announcing now. Yep. So I think Federal Way, Washington. Let me check if my memory's right.
That's that was such a random.
That's what everyone wanted me on the trivia.
Verrazano's.
Let's see, Donnie Marshall. Is he from? I bet you he is. Let's see if I remember that.
I believe you.
Yeah, from Federal. Donnie Marshall from Federal Way, Washington. UConn 1991-95. NBA draft, second round. Okay, yep. There we go. All right.
Oh,
my memory works
here.
sometimes.
Hi, Lemon Pie. I'm sorry to interrupt.
My memory. No, you're not interrupting. Yep. And Gen X says, "Forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for late pizza." Well, see, we're gonna play that clip again just for you. Yep. So,
remember when they had the 30-minute pizza? If you didn't get your pizza in 30 minutes, it was free.
Oh yeah, then they stopped that because people were getting killed. Yeah.
Car accidents, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see here. Let's take a look at this pizza place here. Federal Way, Washington. Here we go. Verrazano's Italian restaurant. Let's see here. Show me the. Here we go. It's closed right now, so you're out of luck if you're hungry there. But here we go.
Right. He just spelled it differently. That's why I was confused.
Ooh, look at all that seafood.
Ooh, mussels. Yummy.
Seafood. Yep. Captain Finney is drooling here. Yeah. Damn you, Mark. Yep. Oh.
That's pretty. It's just the location.
Yep. Ooh, nice
gosh.
Yep, that looks really good. Yeah. Big sea bugs.
I miss the coast, just any coastal town.
Any coast at all. Yeah.
I've been landlocked for too long.
There we go. So I hope you get to enjoy that restaurant often, TZ, because that looks damn good. Oh man, I'm getting here. Oh, I love all the sea bugs. Let's see if they show any of the pizza here. Do they show any of the pizza? This looks like a really good Italian place. Yep.
I miss good
I
Italian
approve.
food too.
I approve. Look, there's some squid there.
I love fried
Can't go wrong
calamari.
with the. Can't go wrong with that. Yep. Classic squid with. How did Bart get it? Let's see.
This evening, I shall go for the squid platter. Ew. With extra tentacles, please.
Extra tentacles, please. And Jen says pineapple pizza is an unholy abomination. Yep.
It's delicious.
Last party I was at where it wasn't enough pizza, I was at roller rink and I was 12. Yep.
That used to always happen at Radnor Rolls when we went to birthday parties. Never be enough
Right.
pizza.
And Leonard says pizza is love, pizza is life. Yep. That sounds like especially like a Ted Lasso quote. Yep. Soccer is love. Soccer is life. Yep. Pineapple, you jest. It's a pizza place. Yep. And then Ron likes pineapple pizza. Yep. Infinity says I can bring my own pineapple. And here we go. Let's play this. Let's play this clip again for Gen X. Let's see how good I can get on this one here. Yep.
Wise man say forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for late pizza.
How's that for customer service? Yep. I've never put a hot sauce on pizza ever again. When I tried the first time, my face became slightly red and quickly wanted to drink a pitcher of water. Yep. Ninja.
I like hot sauce on some pizza.
Yeah. Seafood steak and pizza. Yep. Just as 1:30 a.m. Of course it's closed, Mark. You never know. New York City, it could be open 1:30 a.m. Yep.
Oh yeah. I was just talking to someone about living back in the city today, and I was like, gosh, back in the day, between Philly, well, New York, the bars were open until 4. But
oh, yeah,
you could go anywhere at any time of night, and now it's like everything's just dead at night.
Yeah, the Verrazano Bridge. Yeah, the Verrazano Bridge. Yep. That's right. Yeah. I was looking. Most of the pizzas take about you can eat in. Yeah. And Leonard says, "Why do these cool restaurants have to be 1,000 miles away from it?" Yeah. It looks like it's a really nice. Looks like it's got a really nice view there too, of the water. Yep.
Where I live, there's a lack of good restaurants.
Nothing good. Yep. Do you have
not in Colorado Springs?
Olive Garden.
We do have Olive Garden.
Just kidding, because that's like
Olive Garden with Applebee's. Yeah, that's like
yeah.
Those are like the fancy. No, I'm just kidding. Pretty much, yeah. It's all strip mall like restaurants. I feel like.
Pappy from Seinfeld maintains you cannot just put whatever you want on pizza. Of this, there can be no debate.
Hey, in France, they put egg on my pizza. I remember being like, "What is this?"
And your old toys likes Moe's on the West Coast. All this looks great, but do you have any toast? Would anyone like some nice, warm, fresh toast? Oh, I hope so. Yeah, let's see here.
Bueller, Bueller, Bueller.
I toast, therefore I am.
Will you shut up?
You don't want any toast then?
No.
What about a muffin?
Nothing?
And we got
Yeah,
knocked
you
out.
kicked me out and you were muted.
Yeah, I don't know
I
what
was like,
happened. Oh, 'cause oh, you know what happened because when you switch the damn mode there. Damn you, StreamYards.
I have no idea how to use the new streamer. I feel like we're
Yeah, then
echoing now.
It keeps taking us off the. It just keeps removing us. I don't know what StreamYard is doing here. I apologize.
Oh yeah, I was like, I'm backstage again.
Yeah, it just knocked us off. It just knocked us off. Yeah. Gee, I'm a real professional at this. My God.
You're like the computer whiz too. That's what's funny.
No, it just took
I'll
us. It just
never
took
be
us
able to
off.
figure this out. I will never figure streamers out now if I stream.
Just
Oh my
took us
goodness.
off. Yeah, that wasn't mean. Yep. And eating clams on pizza can get you excommunicated. Yep. Yeah, only Mark. You're trying to get good. Yep. And there they go again. Yeah, I didn't do anything. We disappeared. I swear to God. So anywho, all right. Well, let's thank everyone that was here tonight for this awesome show. So I want to thank Steve Mitchum for popping in and spending some time with us, which was awesome.
Thor was here. I missed Thor.
Thor was here. You missed Thor. And of course, Tom was here from the beginning, and appreciate Tom to being here, obviously. And he's got a lot of work to do, so he was wiped out. But I do want to thank, of course, all the channel members that help keep the lights on around here. So let me go to my membership page here, so I can shout out all the members here. Let me grab that. So. See your member. They're gonna watch the phrasing on that, I think. Yep. On YouTube. Should change that phrasing. Yep. So let me save that. So yep, I will be back, of course, for the next Sunday Night Geekery, but Thursday is the big event, the big Fantastic Four movie. So we're supposed to have a poker night that night too, but I'm going to see the FF, and then I really want to go on with Tom and the gang, and if it's still going, and chat about that. So we'll see.
Yeah,
maybe
that would be fun.
Maybe I'll come on the stream and then go play poker a little bit late. I'll see what I'm gonna do, or how many guys we have for poker. But I hate to miss a poker night. It's a fun night. So, but of course, want to thank all the great members here. And then we get all these cool icons we can put in, like the clam one. We got the Doomsday Machine. We got Supergirl. We got Spock. Oh, I didn't talk about Strange New World. Oh, yeah, we'll talk about that next week. But I watched the Strange New World stuff. Oh, it was just killing me. What they're doing with Spock and Nurse Chapel and trying to ship these characters together. We can have a show without characters having a romance together. It's okay. You're allowed to do it. But here, let me read through all our great members here. So we've got Professor R2, Wes Cagle. Thank you, Wes Cagle. Karn the Befriender, Dadman, 70s Rock Fan, Philip Story, Metalorian, 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser, Shooter, RRTNZ, Donnie, DJ Ronnie G. Let's see. No, it keeps this darn thing. It keeps when you try to read it, it keeps resetting on you. So let me open it up in Excel here. Where'd that go? Come on, computer. I think maybe I have too many tabs open. That could be a problem too. Sometimes we have too many tabs. Yep. So RTNZ, Mandalorian, I said, Dave C, Christian DeLorme, Max Redstone, Dave C, Brian Hepburn, JT Kirk, and editor of Jill. Let's see. Did I miss anyone? And Shooter. I think I said Shooter. Yep. That's the weirdest thing. When you go to read the damn thing, it flips on you. It doesn't show you the. I don't know how to explain it, but it doom scrolls on you. Yep. All right. So I want to make sure I thank and Brian Hepburn, if I didn't say, was a great friend here and much appreciated. Yep. Oh, I think Courtney's getting out of her car.
I'm sorry. I'm pumping gas right now.
Oh, you're pumping gas. Okay, that's okay.
How much is gas where you are? I'm paying $2.71.
Oh, $2.71. That's cheap. Yep. Yeah, your old toys. Yeah, I wish Clobby would have been here this month to see Superman and the FF together. Would have been awesome. Yep. So always thinking about him here and miss him and.
I just love clobbering time.
Yeah, he would have been great to talk about these movies this week because he was unparalleled in his knowledge and everyone respected his opinion, which was everyone respected what he said. So, which is why he was such a great guy. Yep. So we miss him here. Yep. All right, well, let's get out of here. Courtney, you're going to be on with 70s tomorrow at all, or during his Live Aid show? I don't know if I can. Supposed to go to a meeting and do some stuff that night, so I don't know if I can be there. I'll try to pop in the chat and listen.
I mean, I'm always late anyway, so it's not like it's a surprise. But I have to. I check into a hotel at 3:00. I tried to get an early check-in. They're going to call me, so I might be just a little bit late. But
what time is this show? 5 Central, or is it?
Yeah, 5 Eastern, 3:00 Mountain Time.
5 Eastern, yeah, 5 Eastern.
And I'm Mountain, so that's.
Yeah, you're Mountain. Yep.
I was at, and they're going to be talking about, I guess, the one in, well, maybe both. I don't know. I was at Live Aid in Philly as a little girl, and then I was at Live 8 20 years later in Philly.
Oh, cool.
I took my brother. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah.
Gas is $4.59. Wow.
LA, yeah.
I wouldn't be driving. I'd be walking everywhere because there's no public transportation in half the towns in Colorado.
yeah. And good night, Oliver. Yep. Good night, everyone. So, all right. Well, I'll be on with hopefully some FF stuff during the week, and I'm 3D printing stuff like crazy for the FF movie, and we have a Jaws party coming up. So,
cool.
We got a lot of stuff going on this week. It's gonna be a busy week for the 3D printer and doing some FF stuff. So. We're being Rob Lines as RobAltis. Yep. So, all right, Courtney. Well, hopefully I'll catch you on that show tomorrow. If I can't be there, I'll be watching. So everyone check out that 70s Rock Fan.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool Live Aid show. And I think he's got some of the roadies that worked.
The Rowdies, the Rock and Roll Rowdies are going to be there.
Yeah. So pretty awesome. Yep. So
a lot of fun.
All right, everyone. We'll have a great, safe week and. Really appreciate everyone being here, and thank you. Of course, I want to thank for super chats tonight. I want to thank the great Eric K and JT Kirk, and thank you Wes Cagle, being a member for 19 months, and Eric K. Those are member chats in there. Don't want to forget that. So, I'll play a couple of clips. I'm going to play some Star Trek because after I watched Strange New Worms, I had to clear the palette. So I watched Aaron. What did I watch last night? What came on? What's when Sam Kirk Operation Annihilate came on, so I watched that. So that was a cleansing palette. Watch that show. So all right, let's play a few clips and then we'll get let's do some Star Trek clips. So
Bridge is smashed, the computer's inoperative.
Your agonizer, please.
Captain, I see no reason to stand here and be insulted.
There's only one thing I want to say to you, Commodore.
You're a dumbass.
I protest. I am not a merry man. Klingons do not allow themselves to be probed.
Jake, if I never see another Kling,
it'll be too soon.
He plays with toys.
It's a model.
With little figures. Excuse me.
That's a bad outfit.
Superman.
All right, everyone. Had fun playing some clips, so we'll catch you on the next Geekery and have a great, healthy, and safe week, everyone. And thank you again,
Okay,
Courtney,
everybody.
for hanging out with me tonight.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Have fun storming the castle.
Fun storming the castle.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.